What's going on, guys? This episode is brought to you by Manscaped.com, and I want to show you the smooth package that they have. This has the exfoliating gel, the shaving gel, and it has the razor. You open it up, looks like that. Listen, it's for the guys that want to use the trimmer to get close, and then the razor to get even closer, so you can get smooth as possible. Now, they also have body spray and body wash, which are two things I use all the time. They're my favorites. They smell great, feel clean. I don't feel oily and all that after I use the body wash. It's got a nice clean feel to it. If you go to the website, check it out. They got all their other products. Go to manscaped.com/RBP. Check out all the different stuff they have for men's hygiene. They have cologne, obviously the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. They have boxers now. They have all these different deodorants and lip balms, everything you could possibly need. So get to manscaped.com/RBP. or use code RBP at checkout for 20% off plus free shipping. What's going on, Ian?
How about you?
Look at yeah, live election results.
Yeah, here, I'll send you the one I was watching. It was good.
No, this is good. It's got everything right here.
Yeah, this one, he was like jumping, going to like the live updates state by state and stuff. Yeah.
Look, he's crushing her, man. He's up by
totally closed right now, but yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm going with it. He's up by 1.5 million votes.
The poly market, like betting odds right now, have Trump at about 68% chance to win and her about 33.
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
Like that's like the betting odds, you know?
I don't know. Everybody's kind of in their own bubble. So everybody, I'm sure, around their own friends thinks like, oh, everybody I know thinks Harris is going to win, or everybody I know thinks Trump is going to win. But I don't know, man. I can't imagine a world where she's president.
I have no idea, man. It's gonna be, what I mean? It's going to be, a lot of it will be wrapping up as we're on the podcast.
No, it's not.
Well, yeah, because the East Coast is closing at 8 p.m.
No, I know, but like states like Nevada are going to be counting votes for like the next 4 days.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying all the polls will close like all the time.
Yeah.
The podcast. So we'll have more accurate numbers than we do right now, but no, they won't be closed for another few days for sure.
Hey, can Chris vote, or is it like he's got to be a citizen to vote? Because I know like can't like illegal immigrants vote. So like I don't know, can Chris vote?
It's a good question. I mean, technically, I guess I could vote if Chris could vote.
Yeah, like if you have a visa, right?
Why? Because you need a U.S. address? Really?
Really what? What's Melissa saying?
She's saying she doesn't think you can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you can, because isn't it like, I don't know if I'm accurate in saying that, but can illegal immigrants vote?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm going to type it.
It is illegal for non-citizens to vote in federal or state elections in the United States.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Chris can't vote.
I don't believe so.
So why again, for anybody watching who's like a political like aficionado, don't fucking at me in the fucking comment section.
Don't at me, bro.
I'm like a junk food political watcher. I don't like know all the details. Anyway, what's the whole thing with like Republicans always saying like, oh, they're flooding the country with illegal immigrants so they can vote for Democrats if they're not allowed to vote anyway?
Maybe they're voting illegally. I'm not really sure.
Or are they saying like they're bringing them in and then trying to naturalize them, and then they think they're going to vote for Democrats?
I don't know the answer to that.
Oh, okay. So yours like,
oh, I'm less than you. Sure. I know nothing about politics. I don't give a fuck about politics.
I do. I mean, it's fun. Maybe Seth will know.
It's fun to watch on like elections and when there's the fucking farce of what's going on in the world. I find it fascinating to watch. But I'm not like so plugged in that I know the inner workings of how voting law works or anything like that.
So, but like on a regular,
Seth as an American will know a better answer to this.
That's what I was going to ask. But hi Seth, how are you?
Good day. Good evening.
On a regular basis, though, Ian, are you like, do you watch the news at all? Like, do you follow like politics?
The news? No.
Well, when I say the news, I mean more politics. Like for example, like I watch Patrick Bet-David, or I'll watch like Jimmy Dore, or I'll watch Matt Walsh, or I'll watch like even some like left-leaning outlets just to see what's going on. Do you watch?
Yeah, like I get obviously some on YouTube that I watch just as entertainment,
right?
But how accurate that is in the depiction of the United States versus like being heavily right-wing propaganda that I would get fed as someone like me, you know?
You just want to soak it up. You're like, yes.
Yeah, it's just the YouTube algorithm knows that I'm one of them, you know?
You're like, feed me more red meat. That's why.
Yeah, so it just fucking feeds me all that bullshit. So like I'm one of those people that you described at the beginning that's in the bubble of not knowing, you know what I mean?
So you won't watch like the other side of things just to see what they're saying.
I don't watch any of it unless it's presented to me. I don't seek out political news in any regard. Like, you know, I watch like Matt Walsh stuff. I'll definitely watch that, but I'm watching that for
he's right leaning and he's entertaining.
Yeah, I'm watching that for entertainment, like him argue with liberals at like school campuses, and I like just sit and laugh. You know? Like that stuff I find entertaining, you know. But
you know who's really good at that? Michael Knowles. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah,
he's like, he always wins an argument, and he's always so calm about it.
I want to watch the new "Am I a Racist?"
I know. I want to see. It's on.
What is a woman was fucking amazing. It's hilarious.
I know.
I want to watch "Am I Racist?" It's
I heard they're really good. I've never watched them.
So
dude, you got to watch What Is a Woman. It's hilarious.
What Is a Woman is so fucking hilarious.
It's just such a, like Ian said, it's such a farce. Like there's so many backwards ass ways of thinking that when you watch these people try and actually explain it, you're like, wow, they don't even know what their ideology is. They're just like all over the fucking place.
Yeah. That's why I have such a hard time watching left-leaning news.
Well, listen, I don't watch left-leaning news because I'm like, I believe everything they're saying. I try and watch a broad stroke of news just so I can understand. I want to try and understand where the other side's coming from.
Sure.
You want to, but then you watch it and you're like,
okay, but wait a second. What do we got to be specific? If we're talking about like social things, like, you know, transgender stuff and like, you know, those kind of like, okay, I don't need to know all that. I kind of get it. I mean, like, what is the Democratic policy on healthcare or on their economic policies? I kind of want to know, like, what does their side of the aisle think? All the other stuff is kind of like junk food for the brain, right?
Bodybuilders are inherently quite conservative.
Yeah.
Why is that? Like, you'd be hard pressed to find like a hardcore bodybuilder that's like a hard liberal. It's very hard to find.
I don't know if it's hard to. I don't know if it's hard to find, but it's definitely few and far between.
Yeah, it's very much the minority.
Yeah. I wonder if it's because like
bodybuilders are quite right wing. You know,
I wonder if it's because bodybuilders are usually jocks or. What do you think, Seth? Why are bodybuilders more right leaning?
I mean, if you go back, like if we start like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the right wing side was like the pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Right.
Do the work and shut the fuck up.
Right.
So like our entire existence as bodybuilders as do the work. Like there's no shortcuts. You got to do the work. You got to grind it out. That mentality is generally a right-wing concept.
I get it.
But I mean, I think from a standpoint of where the country is now, or at least where everything is now, it's like, dude, I don't think the general population, I mean, they've pushed everybody to the extreme side.
Right.
It's like everybody can generally say, like, I'd like to pay less for healthcare. I'd like to be able to take care of my family.
Everybody's common. You know, it's funny. Dana White said it best. He said, somebody asked him if he was left or right, and he said, I'm for common sense.
That's what I mean. Like if you remove politics and just talk about family topics, about how to make sure you can afford this, take care of this, do this, like it's an American way of life. However, the news and social media and everybody and what they do is they get them all riled up to push views, to push everything, just like the bodybuilding industry on the internet, to these extreme sides and divides everything by the dumbest shit. And I'm like,
but there are some. There are some core beliefs that are very different. So like I'm gonna tell you something that might upset you, but 10 years ago, I probably would have voted Democrat.
Listen,
but
you could have taken a Democrat.
I know
20 fucking years ago.
I know.
Put him in today, and they'd be a hardcore conservative. Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, because if you think about the Democratic Party like 20 years ago, they were like no wars. They were like all, you know what I mean? Like they were kind of like a lot of the stuff and they were for the worker, blah, blah, blah. Now it's almost like that's what Republicans have become. They're like for the worker, don't waste money on wars, don't send our troops over, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, okay, like
meanwhile, we just sent over $80 billion to fucking Ukraine to fund a war, and it's kind of like, hey.
I know
what's going on. This is kind of freaking me the fuck out. We have a hurricane and they didn't even take care of them like they took care of everybody overseas. And it's like, this is getting really weird, guys.
I know.
So it's like, even if you would have taken a Democrat from the 80s, Democrats from the 80s are conservative today.
100%.
And it's like Dana White, and that's the majority of everybody. It's common sense.
Yeah.
Very common sense. But
that's what I was saying about, sorry to interrupt you. That's what I was saying about core values. Like I had, and this is something I don't really know about because I'm not American. So it's kind of like looking from the outside in. But like when I had Steve Kuklo on the podcast, we got into politics a little bit. And
he's hardcore into it.
Yeah. And I was asking about Medicare for all. Because like we have a government run healthcare. It's not great, but at the same time, I don't have to pay for shit. Like if I break my leg, I don't have to pay for anything. And you do, in a sense, because I pay, me, Ian, Mike, we pay a ton in taxes, which covers that, right? Where in America, you guys pay for your plans monthly. Yeah. So I guess it's a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
But here's the thing: either way, you're paying,
right?
But the
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Sorry, Seth. Go ahead.
The pinnacles of our economy are built on some of these topics.
Right.
Healthcare is a pinnacle of our economy.
Yes.
Like think of how much money. So to transition or change that, you're going to change the entire landscape of an economy. The amount of money that is invested in the healthcare is fucking astronomical.
Sure.
So it is a massive monopoly. I don't think it'll ever occur because there's too much money. And if it does, it is going to be a massive, drastic switch in how we do business in America.
I'm not saying it should.
No.
I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm a proponent of. It's almost like if you're really fucking poor, you probably want government healthcare. If you're pretty well off, you're probably like, I like my private healthcare. So it's almost like maybe a blend of the two is the best and I don't know how that works, but
we pay at whenever we started our company, my dad always paid 100% of every employee's healthcare.
Yeah.
And then if the family wanted to come on, you could bring it onto a family plan and you could pay for your family. That's how he did it his whole life. So we do that here with us. And so we pay for full healthcare for all of our employees. Dude, we shell out over 10 grand a month just in healthcare for our employees.
Yeah.
It's a huge cost, but it's a huge part of our economy.
Right.
So I mean, I think they said we make up for, I just saw a statistic, 60 or 70%, 60% of revenue for all pharmacology in the entire world is the United States.
Yeah, I can believe that. So I have a question, but I don't want to make this a political podcast because people hate fucking politics and they don't tune into our shit for politics. But before we get off this, just a question. Do you watch both sides of the news or do you just kind of stick to your kind of favorite people?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't watch the news, period.
No,
I can't do it anymore. I stopped doing it years ago just because I'm like, all they're doing is polarizing the entire conversation for whichever side. And it's like, hey, I always said when I was younger, when I was really into politics when I was in college, and I'm like, all right, let's take a step back here and look at this. It seems like whoever is in office, they just want to find a way to make the money their way.
Right.
It's like right wing, left wing, but it's the same bird.
Right.
So whoever got in office for 4 years, they would make money this way. The Democrats made money this way. The Republicans made money this way. And from a Republican standpoint, I mean, I've always voted right wing just because I'm like, those are the values that I stand on, have my entire life. So it's how I feel. And everything that's become radicalized today, I'm like, holy fuck, this is nuts.
But let's back up for 1 sec. When I say watch the news, I'm not talking about like mainstream news because I agree with you. That's all just bullshit. But you can find specific podcasters or independent YouTube channels that actually give you some substance behind the shit you're watching. Ian, you're muted.
Even a lot of them like have their own agendas of being left.
Yeah, right. They have their own bias for sure. But like,
I like watching Russell Brand.
I was just gonna say Russell Brand.
Great.
Mike, you're fucking totally tuned out from all this shit, right? You think it's all bullshit, which I don't disagree with you, but
the media,
the news, like just watching the news and getting a sense of what's going on.
I wouldn't watch a second of the news if you paid me.
I kind of knew that was going on. Well, just for shits and giggles, we have the live election results. We got some more input here. Still up by.
It's past 8:00, so
we're gonna keep checking in to see who wins. Mike,
when Trump wins?
Yeah,
when Trump wins, we'll all celebrate.
When Trump wins,
should we stay on here all night until the elections are closed? You know?
Yeah, when Trump wins and then he gets shot tomorrow, then we'll
or some massive collapse of the economy happens in the next week.
Yeah,
or when he takes office,
before he actually takes office.
That's
before. Yeah.
Fuck.
Anyways, enough politics. We do have some shows to cover. I got Romania in here.
Yep.
Romania. I don't have everybody in there, but I have some of the. I don't even know who this guy is.
You want me to get the list and we can add the rest?
I have the list, but there's nobody really in here that we know who it is. So like, I don't know if there's a point in adding every single person.
So yeah, here we got competitor list.
I have a dark horse in there. You never know.
Well, I'll pull it up here. I think Bodybuilders Without Borders.
Yeah, I have it here.
Has it up. Here it is right here. I got it right here, Ian. So this is all the people. I think most of the notables are in here. But if there's anybody else you guys see in here that I need to add, like I don't know who Mike Hulissi is. I don't know.
I know Mike Hulissi. He's not bad. I mean, you could throw him on the list. I don't know. Are we going to do top 5 or top 10?
It's usually top 5 for smaller shows.
Okay.
But
so I mean, we're probably fine. But I mean, admin just to be respectful, you know.
Well, then we're disrespecting everybody else. Mark Joyce. I don't know if Mark Joyce is awesome or not. Like, I apologize to these guys. I don't know everybody who's got a pro card.
I like how he's even called horse. Mark.
You don't know Arbor X Malari? That guy's great. I love that.
Albania.
I shouldn't say that. He's gonna fuck me up now. Well, Albanians are crazy.
He's probably watching and be like incredible.
Yeah, he's probably
great. Okay. What's going on, everybody? It's weird now that I'm doing more podcasts. I kind of like miss you guys because now I'm like I'm talking to other people. So now I come on and I'm like, it's refreshing.
Fucking constantly cheating on us. It's fine.
I'm trying to give the people.
You're such a slut, bro. You're all over the place.
Trying to give the people what they want, Mike. I'm trying to give the people what they want. They want variety.
Yeah, right.
What's going on, Ian? What's new?
Not much.
How's your hair looking? Let me see the back. Oh, still missing. Okay.
Yeah, pull right to the back. I go to Turkey next Tuesday.
Do you really?
Yeah, a week today.
A week today.
What?
He's going to get more hair.
I'm not getting more hair.
Why not? You're going to be there. Just get more hair.
I don't want to do that fucking procedure again, man. Fuck that shit.
Was it really that rough?
It's not even that the procedure is rough. It's just like I don't want to deal with like having a shaved head, like letting it grow again. Like fuck that, you know. Like I will do another one at some point. Like I do think it works well, and I like those guys a lot, and that's where I'm going back to with my mom's husband's doing his hair. My stepdad's doing his hair.
Codian.
Codian. Hit up now hair time. Use Codian.
So,
you get free 3 lines of hair.
Rock from Gym Reapers.
Yeah.
Hit me up and he's like, "Hey, I just watched your YouTube video." He's like, "I saw you promoting Gym Reapers and code Ian. Would you like your own code?" And I'm like, "No." I was like, "I don't." I was like, "Ian's my friend."
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's hilarious. Okay. So what else? You're going to Turkey next week. That's for stem cells for your what? Your calves?
I'm going to Turkey for a vacation, partly.
Okay.
Like the Now Hair Time guys like set us up with like a full itinerized vacation, which is really nice. Going to see some cool shit. And then we're going to go from there to Prague to watch Chris. So we're going to go to Prague for 3 days, watch Chris, and then we're going to come back to Turkey. And my mom's husband's going to do his hair on like the 21st or something. I'm getting some stem cells just for shits and gigs, and then come back.
Cool. I want to go to Prague.
Yeah.
It's going to be
I heard it's beautiful.
Well, I don't care about that. I want to see Chris at 270 pounds.
I don't think he's going to be 270, but that'd be fucking awesome if he was.
The guys, I just saw I watched his most recent YouTube video. He said, or whatever, a clip of him and Martin. He's 260. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think in the morning right now, he's 251.
Yeah.
So I think in that video when he was a couple meals deep with like shoes and clothes on, he was 260.
I'm excited to see what, like, I know.
I think he'll end up being like 250 to 252 on stage. So like 8 pounds heavier.
I'm trying to measure my expectations, but
I think he's going to be better than we think.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to measure my expectations, but then I think to myself, when somebody's completely full, it's almost a totally different look.
I did see some pictures of him from maybe a couple days ago he sent, and doing a front lat spread and a back double. And the back looked dramatically different to me.
Nice.
Really, eh?
That's the one thing I noticed this Olympia was like a little lacking a bit of pop when he was a touch on the flat side. His back looked really good, like the fullness and like pop to the back and the arms and delts, and looked really, really good. And his conditioning was still like really, really good. And he said he was like 252 in that. So yeah, I mean, I think he'll be good. I mean, I think it's going to be a very close competition between him and Martin. I mean, I think it'll be good.
But you're kind of overlooking AKIM. Do you think?
I think AKIM isn't strong enough from the back to stand next to Chris and Martin.
He's only missing one pose.
Yeah, well, two, yeah. I mean,
one. His back lat spread is good.
His back lat spread is okay. It's not good, but it's.
Well, let's take a look at that.
It's a bit funky. It's a bit funky looking. I think he's got a lot of muscle, but it doesn't, like, his insertions are really high, so it's a bit.
Yeah, it's not beautiful, but it's.
I think he can beat Chris maybe in a back lat, or be close to a Chris in a back lat. I think Chris beats him handily in a back double.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but
I'm not saying it's it's
so look, it's good. I think it's good, okay, but it's not like, it's like how he hits it. His hands are really low. He's kind of pulling it forward. He's trying to compensate for those really low lats, and I think it works a bit, but it's still like it's not like, he's obviously way stronger from the front and the side.
Right, I agree. Okay, so let me ask you this. I know you're talking about Chris's back, but I think my hesitation, if I'm going to predict something.
And by the way, Akim's not even on the list for that show yet.
I know. I keep assuming he's doing it. I'm hoping. Let's just say I'm hopeful that him and RAFAEL show up.
Sure.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
Well, if Akim wins Romania, then do you think he would still do the next one, or do you think then RAFAEL, if he loses, then would go do Romania?
If I was either one of those guys, or anybody who is in shape, who has a chance to stand in a first call out with Chris, I'm doing it. Just because.
We're also already in Romania, like, and they're a week apart shows, like fucking rip out a dog, you know?
That's why I keep assuming that they're doing it. I'm like, you'd be stupid not to. You're already in shape. You're already overseas.
You're already in Europe, and it's.
Can I ask a question here? Do you think that they're afraid that they'll give Chris a better placing because of politics and who Chris is?
No,
I don't think so.
I know. It's just
no. I know. I've seen people say that. I personally don't think. Look, in my opinion, for what it's worth, this is going to sound so stupid to you guys, but I kind of draw the similarity between this and cars, and I'm going to explain myself. So like Porsche has a 911 GT3 RS.
Yeah.
Porsche makes a GT4.
Yeah.
They almost won't ever make the GT4 better than the GT3 RS because they are separate. So in my opinion, when it comes to the league, they are not trying to make Chris better than the open guys, because
I agree with you 100%.
It fucks everything up.
I don't think that they're caring either way. I think
no. I don't think they're like purposely going to make him lose. I'm not saying that.
No, but they're going to be like
they're going to be. Yeah,
I agree.
I guess what I'm trying to say is this: it doesn't help them
to have Chris win.
To have Chris win and beat all the open guys. So I don't think that's in their best interest for them.
Especially if Chris isn't going to continue doing the open, which I don't believe he will, and where Martin will be, and Martin just came fourth. Like, if anything, then it's like killing a bit of Martin's buzz for next year and not continuing with the Chris buzz. So I think they'll judge it very fairly. I don't think anyone's going to get a leg up. And like you said, I don't think it serves anybody to like have Chris win, because it's not like it's protecting his name in Classic. It's a separate class.
Right.
He can be the best guy in Classic ever.
Right.
But like, he can go to Men's Open and come 10th in a show. Like, it can still happen. It's irrelevant. You know, I mean, just like when, you know, if you put Sean Clarita in this lineup, he's a Mr. Olympia too in a different class. Doesn't mean that he's going to win or be better. You know, it's like,
well, I think that's a different. I think it's
different because Chris is Chris, but yes, I agree with the sentiment. Yeah.
I think
Chris you think they don't want to stand next to him? Like, if RAFAEL stands next to him?
No, they do.
You think they do?
I mean, if they don't, they're
dumb.
I think so. I think they should do it. Even
if you don't beat him,
if Prague was 10 weeks away, I'd do it.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking, let's
I mean,
go.
I think there's nothing to lose by getting up there. Because, like, if you lose to him, it's like, oh, well, he's 6-time. He's one of the fucking goats of the sport. And he was, no weight cap now, looked better. He was awesome, blah, 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 blah. He's one of the greatest ever.
Yeah,
do it.
you have,
So it's like, it's nothing against you. Even if Martin loses to Chris, I don't think it's a knock on Martin. It's like, he still came fourth in the Olympia 2 weeks ago. It means nothing.
You're actually,
for other guys like RAFAEL and AKIM, I don't think it does anything to them either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You lose nothing in your personal stock by losing to Chris, because Chris is seen as like the fucking Arnold of our day. So it's like, if he's filled out 10 pounds heavier and he beats you, cool. he's got a freaky fucking physique. So it's like, I don't think it makes AKIM, RAFAEL, Martin, anybody look any worse.
Not at all.
So
and I think, and like we talked about before, I think to be part of the media circus that will be this show, I think is beneficial no matter what. So like if you're a RAFAEL or AKIM and you get in that first call out, Chris is going to be posting pictures from that. Martin will. There'll be lots of, the show itself sold out in like 24 hours after Chris announced it. Yeah. Their pay-per-view numbers are going to be comparable to the Olympia, if not higher, which I got the numbers on, by the way. And so I don't know. I don't think I think it's going to be always beneficial to do the show if you're someone that's like at that level. And even if you're not,
I think even if you're not, and speaking as the old guy who's retired, even if it's not about the fanfare or just being seen, being able to say like 10 years after you're done, I stood on stage with fucking Chris. And it was like, and I know maybe that doesn't seem like a big deal now, but it will 10 years from now.
No, exactly. It's like, it's one of those cool things too. Like, when you're retired and you're talking about your career with your fucking kids or your grandkids or whatever, and be like, they'll know who C-Bum is in 50 fucking years from now. Right. And you'll be like, yeah, this is me on stage with that fucker,
You're like, I beat that fucking guy.
Yeah, I beat that guy. Or he whooped my fucking ass. Yeah.
And the thing is, too, Chris is a good guy, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This is a fun show.
I like Chris has got like, from what I see, obviously I don't know him like you know him, Ian, but from what I see online, he has like quiet confidence, but also humility. So like when I watch his video and he's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to win. I just want to go have fun.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of bullshitting. Like I know he wants to win, but at the same time, I'm like, but at the same time, he's being genuine.
Yeah. I think there's a difference. I think he wants to win, of course. Yeah. He doesn't want to lose. He's a competitor and a champion competitor. He hasn't lost a show in like 7 years, Right, he only does one show a year. He's lost nothing in 90% of his career,
Right.
I mean, I think he's only in his entire professional career lost 2 shows really, and they were 3, but 2 of them were Olympias. He came second in those 2. So like every show he's done in the last 10 years has been Olympias, and he was first for 6 of them, second for 2 of them.
You know what though? It's funny if you think of Phil Heath, he can say something similar too, because I think Phil's only lost like 4 shows.
Yeah.
Like there was like an Arnold.
There was one Arnold or 2,
an Olympia,
a couple Olympias, 2 Olympias maybe.
I think there was
maybe more than 2.
Was there a Night of Champions? No, he won that.
No, he won a Night of Champions.
I think he only lost like 4 shows in his whole career.
I think
it's not many for sure.
Yeah, I think he lost one Arnold and 3 Olympias.
I have
4.
Okay, he lost 3. Sorry, he lost 5 Olympias.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he came.
Well, the last one, and I forgot about that.
Yeah, so 2008 he came 3rd. 2009 he came 5th. 2010 he came 2nd. Then he won 7 in a row, and then he lost 2018, and then he took a year off. He came back in 2020 and came 3rd.
He's got how many losses? 6.
So 5 Olympia losses, and then he has.
And he lost on Arnold. I know that.
2 Arnolds, 3 Arnolds.
So he's got 7 losses.
8 losses.
Man, he's shit.
He's lost more shows than me.
There's not a documentary about that
guy. But regular season shows, he's won all of them basically. It was just Arnold's and Olympias that he wasn't winning.
No, I don't think that's true. You have his record?
Yeah.
Didn't he lose like the Colorado show or something to Durham Charles? Like when his very first year.
Colorado Pro 2006 first, New York Pro 2006 first, Arnold 2007 5th, 2008 Ironman first.
Okay,
and then
I thought
he did a Shrew Classic. He won a couple times.
I thought that the one in the very first one, 2006, I thought he was 2nd place, but he
won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 shows, 7 of which were Olympias.
How many did you win?
13.
No, how many did you win?
0 Olympias, 6 shows.
You won 6 shows.
Yeah, so me and Phil won the same amount of shows. I'm basically Phil Heath. Regular season shows, but then he won 7 Olympias. We talk about.
We won't count them.
I've won more pro shows than Chris.
Seth, you got a couple pro wins, don't you?
I have 1 pro win.
1 pro win. That's right. That was wasn't that your debut?
Yep.
You're about to have another pro win. Is it going to be?
We'll see.
The question I want to ask you though is it going to be open or 212? Don't do 212. Come on.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Open.
We're going to find out.
Dude, even if you're 210 pounds, you still can stand with the open guys.
Well, that's what I want to find out. I want to find out where my body will go in the next like 10 weeks from now.
What do you weigh right now?
I was 223.8 this morning.
Oh, you're not even going to make 212. Are you fucking kidding me? You're already peeled.
Grow to the show.
You could make 212, but then you're going to fucking strip away a couple pounds of muscle and you're going to look stringy.
I'm right. Like I said, all I'm doing, I'm just going to train, eat, do my thing for the next 12 weeks. I'm going to give Hani a call here, see if he wants to hang out, and then have him like kind of take the reins and be like, hey.
So Hani's going to coach you into the show.
I don't know. I gotta ask him. I have to.
He's
a busy guy, dude. He's
yeah, but I know Hani, and he's going to be like, he wants to ride that fucking train.
Let's get him on the line. Let's get him on the line. Call him up.
Put him on the spot right now. Ask him right now on the
call
show.
him right now.
I know he's waiting patiently. He's gonna just fucking be like, why didn't you fucking call me? Why didn't you call me?
He's gonna be mad at you. He's gonna be like, why'd you wait till 8 weeks out?
Yeah, tell him that I'm coaching you instead.
So Ian said that he's gonna help me out. I love you, but I'm gonna go with Ian.
Yeah. Just say to him that I was looking back at Chris's pictures and I think he was a little better with the packages with Ian versus you. So I think it would be
He'll fucking hang up on you immediately.
Yes, he will. I love that guy.
Because it's very much untrue.
Love that guy.
Okay. Mike.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good.
How have you been?
Been pretty good.
I noticed you haven't been on Instagram. What happened?
Yeah, I was removed.
You're removed. You're naughty. You're removed for being naughty.
I was removed by a.
Let's leave it there.
A gaggle of horrible
gooses.
A gaggle of
over reported my account for fake harassment and got me taken down. So
I went and traded that spot at Sky.
No, right? Freebird.
Freebird.
Yeah.
What a fucking trip that place is, eh?
Yeah, it's great.
I felt like I was in a fucking acid trip being in that gym.
Because all the colors and shit and the
like wild colors, there's like fucking swords on the walls. There's a Harley fucking in the middle of the gym. Like
that's right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's somebody who made the gym their own.
Yeah. Gotta respect that.
Seth, how was
we'll do our predictions for the show. We just got off the topic.
Okay, 1 second. I know we got off the topic.
Hey man, let's fucking wrap this. Bring it back around.
Let's wrap up the podcast already. I got election shit to watch.
Questions? Okay, let's go.
Seth, how was the last week of prep?
I mean, I'm eating and training. I am having so much fun training. I'm having a ball.
Fuck you, man. Stop being so fucking. Give me something. Give me some juice.
I was going to ask Ian about the juice. I got Serostim coming in. I was pumped about that. I've never taken it before. This is the first time I'll be able to. No, I've never.
Why? What do you take normally?
Like the Gentropin, the Pfizer Gentropin.
No, you're gonna explode now.
Oh, really?
Different types of GH do different stuff.
This fucking GH. Now you're gonna fucking burst with fucking.
Do you like the Ceros better? For
okay, listen. I know you guys are making fun of me, but I'm being serious. My Ceros are my favorite.
Yeah,
I actually tried the Genotropin. I didn't really like them. The Humatrope I like. The Eli Lillies.
Yeah.
Genotrope I didn't like that much. The the Canadian Ceros are my favorite.
Canadian Ceros.
Neutropin's pretty good too.
Yeah,
I haven't tried that one.
That's a Canadian one as well. Yeah.
Did you get the American Cero or the Canadian?
American.
Oh, you're fucked. It's not the same.
Monk.
I'm gonna give it back to him and tell him I want my money back.
Say, give me the Canadian. Say, give me the Canadian one.
Imported shit, you know.
So you're starting Serostim this week.
Yeah, when it comes in, I'm going to be excited. I've never taken it because I was like, it's expensive. I like the Gentropin pens, and
now that you've told people that
20 units, how much
from the podcast, every time you post something, everyone's just going to be like, oh, the Cero's working. The Cero's working.
Yeah.
People think I'm sauced out of my mind now. I'm like, no, dude, not yet. You'll know. Trust me. You'll know.
What do you mean you'll know? Look
It's
at this.
coming.
This is that you are.
So wild the other day.
This is sauced out of your mind. Fuck you.
No, it's not. Not yet.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Sauced out of your mind is a relative term. Okay, if we're saying
like 6 Anadrals a day is not sauce. They're just little white pills, man. They don't do that.
like Seth,
big.
like sauced out of your mind for Seth is not sauced out of your mind for like another
But
person.
I'm test primo and growth right now.
Yeah, but lots.
No, not
But like 3 grams.
between 600 and 800 a week, and then
of
test,
primo.
of test, and then 450 primo.
Okay, that's modest. That's modest.
Yeah.
That's like TRT plus.
Plus.
TRT plus.
But okay, so wait, 800 test, 450 primo, and then what else? Mastron?
No, just growth.
How much growth? 3, 4, 5?
5
10?
IUs.
5 IUs.
Yeah.
An interesting number. I always had to go decimals,
Yeah.
like 2, 4, 6. You know.
Yeah, I always did that too. Why the odd?
By 2.
Why the odd number?
That's the key.
Maybe
No,
that's the
that's what I
secret.
did. That's what I did wrong. I was thinking too much.
Yeah.
6
That's
is
why
too
it's so
much.
jacked right now.
Connie's secrets right there. 5 units.
That's not true. I worked with Honey. It was way more. No, I'm just joking. What else? Are you changing any of your food yet? Are you eating more? Eating less?
Yeah,
Are you eating the same?
Eating more. I'm up to, so I start the morning with overnight oats. So I do, Hannah makes overnight oats and they're delicious because I just wanted to stop snacking. So
Yeah.
the big part was I was like, I got to stop. I'm a huge snacker. I'm like, I need to get in the food that like, I want things to taste good. But then I don't want to go to snacking. So I was like, I start with overnight oats. They're delicious. And then after the overnight oats, I go to chicken, rice. Yeah, I don't think I have any. No, I go chicken and rice. I do 1 beef meal a day, 1 potato meal. And then she makes a like a chicken bowl for me every night. Chicken, rice,
Wait a minute. I have to back you up a bit.
Huh?
Your wife makes you breakfast and dinner every day?
Just dinner.
Yeah, but you said you have overnight oats.
Yeah, she does like she makes them in little containers and does it 3 day one. She makes 3 or 4 at a time.
Yeah, that's breakfast.
Grab one for the morning. Yeah. It's like
So
a half a meal. So I have that, and then like an hour and a half later, I have my first meal.
So she makes you 1.5 meals a day, every day.
Every day.
Oh my God.
Nice. Must be nice.
I know, right, Mike? What the fuck am I doing wrong over here?
Melissa makes every single meal.
You hear that, babe?
Get at it.
Ian,
Better hear those pots clanking around pretty soon.
you get every meal made every day?
I would say in a week of 35 meals, I might cook 3 of those.
You know you don't deserve that, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I hope you know that.
Okay, hold on.
That's better perspective.
He's like, you think you're up here. You're down.
That's
That's your opinion. You're allowed to have that.
No. Let's back this up a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to say this. When you were a professional bodybuilder, I could see the wife supporting you. Now you're just a fucking retired guy. So she's still cooking for you for no reason.
I'm still the breadwinner, you know?
He's retired.
Yeah, but you just sit there. You don't do anything.
That's what I did as a bodybuilder too.
Yeah, but you were actually like competing. Now you just literally sit there and do nothing.
I do literally everything the exact same other than get on stage like 3 times a year.
Yeah, but that's the whole point.
Do you really? Is your life still that regimented with everything?
I'm back to like pretty much the same. I'm not pushing food as hard. I'm eating 5 meals a day that are like decent size. So like maybe 35 to 4,000 calories a day, like in 5 meals. And I eat the same meals pretty much every day. And I train the same as I did when I was competing every day.
Can I just say,
You're still in it, dude. You're
Can I
still
I'm
in it.
trying to hold on to everything I can at this point because I'm fucking off everything. Yeah.
can I just say, really, it's just my jealousy is coming out in a negative way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your wife.
I have 0 meals made for me every day. 0. Not half, not 1, 0. Somebody feel bad for me. Somebody.
I feel bad for you.
Guy. You're a poor guy.
Sorry.
Mike, do you have 0 meals made or do you have some?
I make all my meals.
Like in a
Sometimes
week?
sometimes I get rice made for me.
Yeah, that's a
rice
bonus.
cooker. In the rice cooker.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's funny how like when you're used to getting 0 meals made, even the rice is like, oh, I got the rice made.
I'll give myself at least a little bit of feather in my cap that I do assemble the meals.
Well, there you go.
Assembled by Iain.
He cooks all the chicken.
You're the sous chef. You're the sous chef.
Yeah. There'll be like potatoes or rice or like chicken or beef in the fridge.
Put it on the plate.
And then I'll go put the scale, I'll weigh it all, and I'll microwave it.
Oh my God. You're so lucky. You're so lucky.
That's it.
I am very well taken care of. Like I always have protein.
Well, listen, in my wife's defense, she works her fucking ass off for the company. So I don't want to make her sound like she's just sitting there doing nothing.
I know there's a time coming soon when Melissa will be working more where I will not have that benefit anymore.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I'm milking it till the end, you know?
You're totally going to get fat. Watch.
No, I'll get skinny is what'll happen.
No, you're going to get fat because you're going to want to eat, but you're too lazy to cook. So you're going to Uber Eats like me.
No, I'll just not eat.
So you're just going to you're going to turn into like a runt.
I'll just be like skinny ripped, you know?
If you ever get skinny ripped, I'm going to fucking laugh my ass off. It's going to be great. Okay, let's take a look at the show and do some predictions.
Finally.
Sorry, Iain. I didn't know you were in a fucking rush. Ian's like, let's pick and get off the show already. Okay. Let's take a look at some people. Does Rafa have anything recent posted?
I think he posted something last week. That one there, yeah.
Yeah. This looks actually pretty good. Like, I know it's in the gym.
Shape.
It's in the gym. You can't really tell and stuff, but it looks crisper.
Yeah. Just needs the conditioning to be improved from the Olympia to like stand a real chance.
But I mean, his quads are always peeled, so I don't know. Like,
I don't think they were like that at the O though.
Yeah, that's a fucking serious feathering there.
He's got some serious fucking quads on him, eh?
Dude, they're gnarly.
Yeah.
They're so round. Like,
I don't think have we ever seen Rafa like shredded?
Not really.
Not like this.
Lean, though.
Yeah. He looks lean.
Yeah. I wonder, ever wonder though, Seth, like sometimes, I'm sure you guys have experienced this, like when you're getting close to, low single digits body fat. It's like, you drank whatever amount of liters of water, you took your pre-workout, you've had a couple meals, you trained, you have a serious fucking pump, and everything looks perfect, but you can never replicate that on stage. Exactly. You get as close to it as you can, but it's like the gym is always like a better, you know what I mean? Like you sweat, you did your workout, so there's no subcutaneous water. It's like
it's not quite enough detailed look for stage, but it's definitely a sick look. Yeah.
No, but you know what I'm saying, Iain? Like
look at that.
The way you peak, if we call it a peak, the way you peak post workout is hard to replicate because you've had an hour-long workout, your blood's all flowing, everything's pumped, you sweat, so all the water's gone from the top layer of fucking underneath the skin, and everything looks phenomenal.
I've been at shows where I've seen guys like get backstage and do like a workout.
I've seen that too. Who was it? There was
no shit.
It was somebody really popular, like Rami or fucking Kai. Somebody did like cardio or a workout like the morning of or the night before. Something. I think it was like the morning of. I can't remember who it was, but somebody did like a fucking workout, and they said that's what made them look the way they looked on stage.
I've seen some pretty like some of the guys like those early 2000s, late 90s guys that like I competed with early in my career get backstage and like work out, pump up for an hour.
Yeah.
I saw Sergio do it at the Arnold once. He trained like hard for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, really? I mean it's scary to try that though if you're not.
You have a lot of water still in you. Like if you're depleted, even just a hair.
Yeah, you're fucked.
If you start sweating and dry and flatten out a bit, you're fucked. Yeah.
So okay, let's go to if we're talking about Romania, we got Rafa. We've seen AKIM is looking fucking phenomenal.
He looks incredible.
If I go back here and then I go AKIM. Actually, I don't have to do that. I got this plugged into the fucking thing now. If we go to AKIM.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, no, I can't do that.
Futuristic.
Wait, I can do that. I know I can do that. There's something here where I can.
Yep.
Shit. Wait. I think. Oh yeah, there we go. Boom. Oh yeah, there it is.
Nice.
Okay. We already looked at Rafa. Let's
Rafa's
look at
got 1.7 million on Instagram.
That's what I just saw that.
They're all Brazilian.
That's crazy.
Those fucking Brazilian fans are nuts, man. They love their people. And then we got let's see what Marcelo has he posted anything?
Yeah, he just posted something I think today.
I hope he looks like this. I hope he looks like this.
Next one down, right under it.
This one.
Yep.
Same with him, 1.1 million.
Holy shit, he does too.
Yeah.
I'm weary of Horse. I really hope he brings it, but I need to see it on stage.
I don't think he can beat Rafa or AKIM, but I think he's close after that.
1 second. Can you specify something?
What?
If he's in the best condition of his life, can he beat Rafa and AKIM? I disagree.
In what poses is he beating them?
I think he has better legs than both.
I don't think he has better legs than Rafa.
I do. They're different shape. I think they sweep better.
Than Rafa?
Personally, I think so. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Here, look. Let's take a look. Rafas are big. Rafas are really big, but it's a different shape. Like, look at this fucking quad, dude. Like, this is a sweep.
Yeah, that photo looks crazy, but I think you could go on Rafa's profile and find some pretty nutty pictures like that too.
Yeah, but like, even on stage, like the sweep on this fucking guy.
No, you're right. They look pretty nuts. Yeah.
Like, look at that.
Yeah. I think that he just needs to.
Look at the side leg here. Like, this is, you know what I mean? Like AKIM probably has thicker legs than both of them, to be honest. But
I mean,
no, those might be bigger legs than Rafa's. I still think Rafa's legs are better though.
Well, only because he's more like, here's him and Samson. Like, look at the thickness of that fucking leg.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And then that's from the front. Like, look at that. But this is what I'm saying. Like, if this is peeled, like he's not peeled. Like, if this gets peeled, he's a big guy.
Well, I think the thing that hurts him the most is his waistline's a bit weird.
I agree with you, and his back is not as developed as the front.
Yeah.
But
his legs look huge. You're right. Those are bigger legs than Rafa's. I do agree.
If you look at the overall structure of him, though, he's just a very big guy. That's why I'm like, I'd love to see what he looks like shredded.
So was Rafa, though.
You think so? I don't think of Rafa as
I saw Rafa in person at the Olympia and saw Horse at in person at the Olympia. I didn't think that Horse was bigger in person than Rafa.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. In person, yeah. I think in pictures, though, he doesn't look as big as he is.
They're both a bit taller than me. They're both probably in that 260 range on stage, you know?
He's just really
nasty physique.
He's really well put together, yeah.
But yeah, Horse definitely does have bigger legs. You're right.
This is, yeah. I mean, the thing is, Rafa's much more balanced. Like, he's got better overall body parts, I think.
Good midsection development, small waist, good X-frame, big arms, good chest projection, you know?
So you think even if Marcelo's peeled, Rafa can still take him?
I don't think Marcelo's going to be as peeled as we'd all like him to be.
No, I know. I'm just playing a stupid game. I'm just
well put together.
I'm just playing a stupid game because I'm a big fan of Horse.
Yeah.
Great. But I think Rafael is incredible. So,
well, the thing I worry about most with Horse is his upper body's not as developed. So if he gets peeled, then does his chest and back look really flat?
I didn't think Rafa was great at the Olympia, and he was still top 10 at the Olympia. I don't think that Horse is a top 10 Olympia guy right now.
Yeah, I think I could agree with that.
And I think Rafa will be better at this show than he was at the Olympia. So I think it'll be
right.
I don't think he'll beat.
Okay, so Marcelo, no matter where he is, probably can't handle. Where the fuck is AKIM here? Here's AKIM. AKIM's most recent photos are really have me pumped. Like, this is.
I mean, some of those most musculars look really good too.
I just, I can honestly, I know the back is an issue, but it's only an issue in the back double for me. Like, look at his fucking arms, man.
Yeah, his arms are ridiculous.
But I mean, even if AKIM's considered a mass monster. Like, he's a big fucking guy.
Freak.
But look at his aesthetics. Like, he's got a small waist. Like, he's got nice shape. Like, there's no reason why he can't win. I don't think one pose is enough to cause him to lose.
You guys ever use this fucking kinesio tape shit?
No.
Once in my life, did nothing for me.
It's hard.
But
look at that.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy, yeah.
It's gnarly.
Can he beat Rafael?
He could.
He was 2 places behind him at the Olympia? Right? Is that
I think he can. I don't think he will.
Look at the mirror shot. The mirror shot's always ridiculous.
One thing with the show though is, Prague is. I don't know about Romania. Sorry, Prague is a 2-day show.
Okay.
I know AKIM is always like Mr. Second Day, you know?
Yeah. Let's take a look at him on stage. Yeah, I mean, if he shows up like he did on Saturday night at the Olympia, can he beat Rafael?
Yes.
He can. Yes.
Will he?
I think it'll be between those two. I think Rafa will beat him though.
I agree.
Do you think a dark horse? Do you think a dark horse like an Christian Wolski or an Amir can stand with these guys, or are they just not
I think
completed?
they'd be in the call out on the outside. I don't think they could beat the
Here's Christian Wolski.
Wolski's great, but I don't think he's.
What's this? Please add their IG. Oh fuck, that one's not added. Okay, I have to go here and go Christian Wolski. Yeah, I mean, he has some nice body parts, but I don't know if he's put together well enough to
Great quads, nice lines
Yeah.
on the quads.
Yeah.
Very well balanced. I think he's
Yeah.
great. When he's on, he looks really good and can stand next to anyone, but I don't think I think he could maybe beat Horse, maybe, but I don't think so.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to do some education right now for people watching, because not everybody that's watching is a hardcore bodybuilder. So you say great balance, which I agree with, but we also say it's not a pretty enough shape to stand or put together well enough to stand with RAFAEL and AKIM. So can you break that down for somebody as to what the fuck that means? Because you're saying he's balanced, but he's also not put together well or well enough.
I didn't say
So,
that.
okay, well, I said that.
Imagine you did.
Imagine.
Well, no, do you, okay, then I'll rephrase the question. He's very balanced, but not good enough to beat AKIM or RAFAEL. Why?
I think he's not big enough for one. I think he's probably significantly lighter on stage than these guys. I mean, I don't think he's, you can even see there just the total tissue. I think he looks more like a 212 guy that moved up than a full-size open guy yet. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he can hold his own in some shots for sure. I think he's got great legs. I think overall, like I said, he flows pretty well. I just don't think he's quite big enough,
I think it's specific body parts though. Like when I look at his physique, like it's like the quads are amazing, the chest is amazing, but then it's like the arms maybe aren't big enough and the back is maybe not big enough. So it's like it's balanced, but not necessarily 100%. It's balanced top to bottom, side to side, but not necessarily.
Yes, balanced in terms of like proportion, but balanced isn't like, I agree that there's still some body
No,
parts.
Sorry, I just want to phrase it properly. I was going to say not balanced in terms of proportion, because not all the muscles are the same size, but the overall structure of his physique is
That's
balanced.
what I mean by proportion.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
But
just
like-
saying,
but
I'm
yeah,
phrasing
just
it
part by part. Like when you look at it as a whole picture, proportionally,
as
it all kind
balanced.
of works together and
Right.
it's balanced. But I
Right.
think when you break it down part by part, it's like, okay, but I mean, you could say the same thing about Chris. It's like, yeah, Chris is very balanced overall and like flows very well, but no, he does need a lot more arms and needs it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You know what's weird about that though, Ian? I re-looked at his physique after we had that debate about the side chest and stuff, and I'm like,
you agree with me now.
no, I actually still disagree with you. I definitely actually
You've come
After-
around, haven't you?
after the podcast, I actually
Or
I disagree with you more than we did, but no. But what I was gonna say is, even though his arms aren't like 24-inch arms, they actually are kind of proportionate with his legs, because his quads are big, but their overall 3D dimension is not really, really thick.
Not from the front, no.
But like from any side, like
The side and the
Side.
back, for the side and the back, I think his legs are very big. He's got huge adductors and hamstrings, I think, for the back. I think his quads over the years, just from like, small injuries and age, I think his quads
Wear
have
and tear and cardio.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at what his quads used to look like in 2017, 18, I mean, you can see the loss of the sweep a bit there, especially on the right leg,
But I think what I'm saying though, Ian, is like when you look at this leg from hip to toe,
Yeah.
it,
They're very
match-
long.
it matches the arm.
Yes.
In certain shots. I think in a front double, you can still see that his arms are a weakness a little bit for sure.
All right, let me see here.
Like that.
I don't know. It looks proportionate to me.
That doesn't look super disproportionate. I agree, but I mean, you can see his arms are
Because like, you know why? When I
like
look
in a
at
side chest there, I don't see that.
oh, hold on. When I look at like an open bodybuilder, like this shallowness right here makes the arm work. If he had open bodybuilder legs where they were like,
Well, he might and he probably will pose, and this is like a little side tilt. See, I think his legs from the side are awesome,
yeah, they are, yeah.
and I think from the back they're awesome. But I see
It's
there,
flat as fuck too.
Yeah, I mean his arms. It's to me.
I don't think they're a big issue, but
To me, I think here's the front. Like, look, see the gap here in his legs?
Yeah.
To me, that's what makes this all work with his arms, because the proportions all look equal.
yeah, I see it more there that he's lost a bit of the sweep on his quads, not the adductor.
Yeah. Like this is
on the outside. There's a little bit of volume loss, more on that right quad than the left.
yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, and from the back, I still think the same thing. Like I know you say he's big from the back, but like this is a big gap here, right? So I think that's what makes it work with the arms.
see there, I think it looks good.
There I can
The adductors a bit more, you know.
Yeah. There I feel like it's a disproportionate. Like these legs look too big.
Yeah, but that's what when I said earlier that I thought his back was the what noticed the flatness the most, and you can see it in that shot.
Yeah. Okay, so going back to Wolski then. Where the fuck were we? How do I get back there? Oh, there he is. Okay, so that's what we're saying then. Saying the overall structure is balanced, but muscle to muscle proportion is not necessarily as even as it needs to be. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think there's still some areas like up top, you know, that needs a little more volume.
The shoulders throw me off a bit too because he's got a good chest, and I don't feel like there's enough cap on the delts.
No, the shoulders are a little narrow to match it, you know.
Yeah, like I need more like of a cap here.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's a notable. He's definitely going to be good. Going back, Jan Turek. I don't have him either. Jan. Where the fuck is he? Jan Turek. Let's see. Is he going to be big enough? Thick enough?
No.
Who said no?
Me.
Yeah, well. Yeah, he definitely could use more size. Going back, Amir. That's what I want to see. Because Amir always brings the fucking nutty conditioning, which kind of overtakes some people.
I always, when I say his name, say Amir O'Magic.
I know, I do the same thing.
He just gets nasty peeled.
Are we going to say, Ian, go ahead. I'm not going to assume what you're going to say. What do you think his downfall is going to be?
I think his downfall is his quads for sure. Like he needs more leg to match. He's got a lot of dense. Like you can see his chest is fucking dense. Like he's got some good muscle up top.
Yeah.
I think the legs still are a little thin on the sweep there on them.
Yeah, I see a kind of a torso dominant bodybuilder.
They look not bad there, but you can still see that he's heavier up top. Like the density in the muscle up top is actually pretty good.
It's not just up top though. It's torso versus limbs.
Yes.
I feel like his limbs are a little bit thin.
Yeah.
You know, through the arm and the leg versus his torso is a little bit wider.
Yeah, and his arms there in the front double, you can definitely see.
Yeah,
I don't think his arms, the side chest, they looked actually pretty good in that one you looked above. They actually look really big. Or in that side tricep there.
This one, yeah. I mean, everybody can hide that.
Yeah, but it matters what you see. So I think in a side chest or side tri, I think they're great. And I think in a front
I know, but you would agree when you're judging the shots that expose you the most are front and back doubles.
I would agree there.
That's kind of you're judged, even though it's probably wrong to say you're probably judged more heavily on those poses.
And your front relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you can't really hide much in those shots.
Yeah. When you stand in your front relaxed a lot in the comparisons, that and the front double. And also when they do the initial round, they'll usually do like front relaxed, quarter turn, front double bicep, quarter turn, back double bicep, quarter turn to the front, and then they'll move guys after, and then they'll do the full rounds. So yeah, I mean, just right there, it's indicative that they're judging that more potentially at those levels, you know?
Let's take a look. Who is this Alexandru? Oh, this guy. Okay. We saw him earlier this year, no?
Oh, yeah. The one we saw him. There was a show we saw him at.
Fuck, man. Those are stupid shoulders. Legs thick, too.
I think he's what was this a 212 guy that moved up?
I don't know. His legs look really good. His legs are big enough. I don't know if the upper body's big enough to stand with these guys, but
Do you have some stage shots somewhere?
Yeah, I'm going to keep going.
Ellie.
Let's see how the back looks.
I think there was a post of him on another channel today. Yeah, that's
a little thin in the back there, but
it's proportionate. It's just not like you said, like his legs are definitely a strong point.
Yeah, he's still a little light, I think.
Yeah.
There, go to those four. Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
That's a big improvement, though. Look at that.
Yeah, I know.
It's different versus 24. Geez, that's a huge improvement. That side chest looks fucking sick in that bottom shot.
Is this 1 year? Is this 1 year? It is 1 year. Holy fuck.
One show is 4 to 5 days out, and one's 23 days out.
You know what happened there, Seth?
Canadian
Canadian Sarah.
Did it to it myself. I shouldn't say that.
No, you shouldn't say that.
I'm not a drug dealer.
I'm not a drug dealer.
I love you, Mom.
Look at this. Look at this fucking shot, man. That's nice.
Yeah, biceps are crazy.
This whole thing, like the vacuum and everything, it fucking looks great. He's probably going to give up. And
Oh my God.
Okay, I got to watch this. Sorry, guys. I got to see what the fuck is going on here. He's not just going to do a handstand on his fucking.
Oh, it's his pro debut is at Romania, it says.
1 second. I got to see this. Wait. Oh, I thought he was going to do a handstand.
Conditioning definitely needs to be better here, but
He's guest posing. He's guest posing.
oh, okay.
He's guest posing. I got to see this fucking handstand. I'm sorry, everybody. You have to watch this.
I'm sorry, everybody. You have to watch this.
Well, it's kind of like dead air, but I want to see. I don't know if I could wear a thong when I go on stage. I mean, I know sometimes your trunks go in your ass, but like I don't want them to start there.
How long ago is this from? October
This
3rd.
is 4 weeks ago, or edited 4 weeks ago. I don't know when it's from exactly. Come on, man, handstand this shit already. Let's see it. Okay, here we go. Okay, he did the cross. He's gonna make sure he doesn't fall. Okay, focused.
High green shit here.
Oh, imagine that guy just stood there the whole time.
Shit.
Oh my God, he's doing a fucking press
Oh my
too.
God.
Oh,
What the fuck
that's
is this?
impressive.
Holy
That was worth the wait.
He's doing reps, dude. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Okay, I have a question.
That was super impressive.
How much money, or is there any amount of money that somebody could pay you and you'd be able to do that? Seth.
Physically impossible.
Well, you have fucking shoulder surgery. You're not doing it. Seth,
I don't know if I could. That's a lot.
with like no wall, just balance.
Yeah, with the wall, you know.
Yeah, with the wall you could do it.
No,
Yeah.
no wall.
Ian, you think you could do that if somebody said I'll give you $100,000, but you have to do it in a month?
I can do it.
You can do it in a month.
No, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Mike's like,
Not a chance.
I can
Not a
walk. I
chance.
can walk on my hands, but I don't think the push-ups I would need to practice.
you
for sure.
can't walk on your hands. You can
I used to be able to, no problem.
tip yourself over and walk until you fall. That's not walking on your hands.
Exactly what that is.
No, walking on your hands is stopping and then walking and stopping again.
So if I'm standing upright and I tip forward and start running, am I not running?
It's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because you're just using momentum to walk on your hands. That's not the same.
That's what it is.
No, I can do that.
No, you absolutely cannot.
I can 100% do that.
I'll personally
Right,
give you. I'll personally give you $1,000 if you do that.
If you can walk 5 steps on your hands, I'll give you $1,000.
Do my feet have to be straight up or can they bend?
They can bend.
Okay, I can do it. 5 steps? I'm taking your money. I'm taking your money. You know that, right?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Then you have to hold at 5.
No.
for
You didn't
5
say
seconds. It's like a gymnast when they dismount. You can't fuck up the dismount.
Fuck that. I want Ian's money. I'm walking 5 steps. I'm taking your money. I expected my PayPal account.
My PayPal. You know it. Send it over.
Are you still riding, Ian, or no?
I rode once this week. Yeah, it's a lot colder here.
Is it still nice? What's the Celsius? What is it up there?
It's been like
10, 8?
less than that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
We're still like today was 24 here, which
It was 19. It was 19 here today, but it was raining in the morning.
Yeah, it was. I think 24 is like what, 80 Fahrenheit, 75 Fahrenheit, something like that.
Tomorrow's supposed to be 20 though, and just cloudy. So
Did you buy another bike? You said you were going shopping.
I looked at 2. Yeah.
Seth, you got to see the bike this guy wants. It's like literally for a toddler. I'm like, don't buy that bike. This is just like
small. He thinks it's small, but it's not.
no, it's fucking tiny.
Even
Look,
Ben said that was a fucking sick bike, and I should get it.
Ben loves tiny bikes.
Yeah, but I
listen
don't
to
want
Ben.
a fucking big Harley. I want.
I'm not saying get a big Harley, but this
Well, then what's the next step up?
like my sport bike's not small.
Yeah, but I don't want a bike that big.
You're not a.
I don't want. I
you're
don't
not
want
a child.
I don't want a 200 horsepower bike yet.
I know, but you're gonna look like an ape on a tricycle.
No, I'm not.
Oh my god, dude! Look at this bike, Seth. Look how
Yeah,
small.
what's the bike?
Look
The
how
bike
small.
isn't small.
Look how small this fucking bike is.
Okay, any bike is going to look small in a picture.
No, this is a small bike. Look at this thing. It's like a dinky car. Look at this fucking.
No, this isn't what it looks like. For
Yes,
one,
it is.
That's a
exactly.
22. But
Okay,
yeah, they're a lot bigger than you think.
I know what they look like. It's not a big bike. Okay, this is it.
like that. Yeah.
You're gonna see 260 fucking pound Iain with 4 foot fucking wide wingspan and shoulders on this tricycle.
No, it doesn't look weird when I sit on it.
I don't know anything about bikes, so I can't be a judge of it.
Okay,
I can't. I don't.
So
Looks like a Tom Cruise bike.
then? Like, I don't think it's that much smaller than like that. I don't think it's that small as you think. I looked at the DFL, which I really like. The only reason I didn't want to get it is because the back tire on it is like the same size as the one on your lowrider.
Okay, look at
And
this.
I don't want something with a tire that big because I know the handling's not going to be great.
Look at
People want it.
look at
That's
this
a
guy.
fucking Grom, bro.
Look at this guy.
Oh, that
This is a fucking Ducati. Okay. Look at this guy. This guy.
His posture is so good.
Listen,
Posture's amazing.
this guy weighs 190 pounds, and he looks too big for this bike.
That's a small looking bike. That's not right.
That's the fucking bike, dude. Ducati Monster.
And I looked at this in the street triple as well.
What's wrong? Like, dude, this is the bike you get. Watch.
You're gonna get a Harley.
Yeah, but the DFL has a fucking like 40 fucking inch
Look at-
back tire.
So what?
I don't want to drive something with that big of a back tire
Why?
because it's not great for handling. I want something
Oh
like
God,
more
here we
nimble.
go. What MotoGP guy did you talk to that told you that? You're not racing the fucking thing, dude. You're just
No, but
riding.
it's huge, man. It's like fucking the size of your lowrider's tire. And you even said your lowrider, you noticed the difference of how much poorly it handled it.
There's a difference. My low rider has a very low profile tire. That's why. That doesn't. You're gonna have your handling is gonna be just fine, and it's a way better bike. And I promise you, a year from now, you're not gonna be like, I need something better. If you
I'll
get the,
test drive all of them and see how it.
you know what this is like, Seth.
And you
Can I-
won't look like a bear riding a tricycle.
Seth, can I tell you? Can I tell you something?
I'm
This,
ready.
this happens to everybody when they get a brand new, but when they're brand new to riding. It happened to me.
I was just gonna say, did you do it?
Yes, my friend who's been riding for a long time. I told him the bike I wanted to get. He's like, "Don't get that bike. You're gonna get rid of it in like a week." I'm like, "No, I got to get something small. I got to get used to." So I get this bike.
These aren't
Literally, literally.
bikes,
Seth,
though.
just let me tell. Literally, Seth. Literally 1 week later, I went and got my Harley because I'm
yeah,
like,
because the bike was slow, not because it was small feeling to you.
no, it was tiny and I looked retarded on it.
Yeah, because a Rebel is small as fuck and slow.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to tell one more story. I'm just going to tell you this, Seth. We go to fucking Las Vegas and we're renting bikes.
Yeah, that bike was too small.
This fucking guy goes to me. I picked my bike and I show him. I'm like, I'm getting this Harley. He's like, okay. He's like, this is the one I'm going to get. He gets this Triumph Bobber. Okay. I'm going to show you a picture of what it looks like. And
But
I'm like,
I'll say the Monster or the Street Triple are way bigger than the Bobber.
listen, Seth, this is
I
the
look
point.
ridiculous.
This is the point of the story. I told him, don't get the fucking Bobber. You're going to regret it. He's like, no, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. The fucking guy gets it half an hour into our fucking ride. He's like, this bike sucks. It's way too small. I'm like, I fucking told you. I told you it was too small. You don't fucking listen. Look
Hey,
at this.
wait.
This is
wait.
what he rented.
I didn't think the bike was bad because it was too small. I thought it was bad because the seat was like sitting on a fucking piece of plywood.
Ugh.
All right. Well,
If the seat was super comfortable, I would have been fine on the bike. It was not the size that bothered me. It was the seat that bothered me.
okay. I'm just gonna do this. If there's anybody in the watching this YouTube video that rides motorcycles, comment below whether Ian should get a Diavel or a Monster.
What's the
Okay,
Diablo
let's say
look
other
like?
than the Diablo, then what would you go to?
Sorry,
Other than the DFL, what else would you go to?
is it Diavel or Diavel? I don't know how to say it. I would. That's the bike I would get because I don't really like naked bikes, but you do, and this is my favorite naked bike.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get a windscreen to put on any of them if I'm gonna tour on it.
Like this is fucking awesome. It's fast. It's big. It's
They're big,
like
yeah.
you're gonna have it for 5 years and not get sick of it. Like, look how fucking nice this fucking thing is.
Yeah, they're sick for sure.
Look at that. God
Like
damn.
it looks super cool. Like it's fucking awesome looking. I'm terrified of that bike.
Yeah,
I'm not
Terrified.
worried about being too much bike for me power wise.
it's definitely not.
No.
I
I think
don't.
they're like 160 horsepower, which I'll be fine on.
You
But
know what? Ben said it best when people are like, "Oh, there's too much power in that bike."
yeah,
it's
you just
only
learn
how
throttle
much.
control.
It's how much power you use. It's not like you fucking.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that. I just want a bike that like I don't feel like it's laborious to drive.
You're not gonna feel that way on that bike. I'm 100% positive. I think. Aren't you allowed to test drive them?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm going to test
Yeah.
drive all of them before I buy
Yeah.
it.
test drive it, and then we'll talk. I think you're
I
gonna.
just like the Monster at 0% financing, so I can buy it and just not worry about it.
So you're just being cheap. That's what.
Plays a role.
Buy a new bike and not worry about it. Because the new Diavel is like 40 grand, and I don't want to buy a $40,000 bike yet.
But the way I look at it is this: let's say it's 30 grand, and if you spend a 30 grand, you're gonna have it for. You won't get sick of that bike 5 years from now.
I agree with that.
Whereas the Monster is like 15 or 20 or whatever it is, but you're gonna get rid of it in a year or two.
I care
All right,
more.
look, this is being recorded. Let's just come back to it in a year.
I care more about how fast the bike is, and I think the Monster or the Street Triple will still be fast.
Yeah, they will. All right, moving back. Where are we? Okay, let's do some predictions. James, Fouad, Martin, Roman, Guy, add player. Great new player.
Ronnie Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman. I'm not gonna put your last name. Create. Great new player. Ian. Create. Great new player. Mike. Create. Okay. Are they there?
Dun, dun, dun.
No, they didn't go there. What the fuck?
Why didn't you do that?
I don't know. I had this problem before. There we go. There we are.
Oh,
Okay. Mike.
you're already on there. Now you have them doubled.
Yeah, I know. Fuck it. Whatever. Ian. Seth. Okay. Add players. There you are. Okay. Seth, you go first.
Rafa,
Rafa.
Akeem,
Where is he? Akeem. You can't see the drop down menu, can you? Oh, but you can see that. You can see the names right here. You want to skip Ian? Who are you going to pick?
Skip to the next.
Hey, I can bang up my 5.
Go ahead.
Rafa.
Yeah.
Akeem.
Yeah.
Horse.
Amir.
Wolski.
Could I just copy that? Okay, Mike.
Akeem, Rafa,
Akeem, Rafa,
Amir, Horse,
Amir. I like Mike's picks.
Horse, and Wolski.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Seth, you want me to go or you want to go?
No, I'm good. I got I'm going to go with Horse on third.
Horse. Okay. I'm going to go. I want to go Akeem really badly, but I'm going to play it safe. Rafa.
What's your heart?
It's not my heart. I like both guys equally. I really like Akeem's physique. And I want to see him. I feel like if he's like 100% peeled, he can win, but I just don't know if that's going to happen. I'm going to put Wolski, Horse. Actually, I think Amir and then Horse. And for people wondering why I'm doing that, I'm worried about Horse's conditioning. Seth.
Amir.
Wolski. Yeah, that's tricky. Fuck. Marcelo's like got the third best physique, but not if it's not peeled.
I think he's going to be better than he was at the last show that he was at, but I don't think he's going to be full blown peeled like he's been in the past.
You know what I'm worried about? The travel. I'm worried that he'll be watery from traveling.
They all might be.
Yeah. Yeah, but some guys, like when guys have issues with their conditioning, that shit usually affects them more.
I mean, based on that video we just saw, I don't think he is peeled out of his mind.
No.
So it might affect him.
But that's why I say things like Amir, like I said that at the very start of this, Amir beats guys because he gets fucking so peeled that he's hard to overlook.
Nasty.
So I'm like, but Marcelo has a better physique. So it's like, it just depends how far off Marcelo is if he's off.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back and we'll take a look at Prague. I got to put you guys in.
Did they announce who's the list for Prague yet?
No, but we have some people there. Ian, we can change these. We won't lock these in yet. Seth, add players. Okay. Ian, you want to go first? Where are you? Oh, Ian's gone. Mike, you want to go first? These are the guys here that we have so far.
I go, but whatever. Like,
I go Bumstead, Fitzwater, Rafa, Akeem.
But you just picked Akeem to beat Rafa at the last show.
That's okay. I think you're going to get better.
Just mixing him up.
Yeah.
Who is fifth?
Clarita.
Clarita. Okay. Ian.
And then Horse.
Oh, wait. We're going to do 6? Okay. Horse. Ian.
I'm at a crossroad here.
Oh, just shut up and pick. He's like, he's my brother, but I think Martin's going to win. Pick your fucking brother-in-law, dude. Don't be a douche.
Yeah, I'm going to pick him. Okay.
I just want you to lose.
Chris, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick the exact same as Mike.
Martin, Raphael, Akeem, Clarita. Okay. And then Horse. Sorry. Seth.
Man, that's going to be wild to see Akeem next to Clarita.
Yeah.
That is going to be a fucking.
Each other before? No.
No, he was.
I don't think they.
Akeem and Kamal stood next to each other.
Kamal.
Do you want me to go, Seth, or are you going to go?
You can go.
All right, I'm going to go.
Shit.
Hostile for the victory. I'm going to go. Raphael. Chris. Akeem. No, wait. Sean Clarita. Akeem. My finger's still on the button. I haven't picked yet. Don't laugh, Mike.
In the box.
I'm trying. No,
It's in the box. You can't see that. You put it in the box.
My finger's on the button still. My finger's on the
button.
button.
Losing it. Losing it.
Who would be losing it?
Paul.
It's in the box. It's in the box, man.
It's in the box, dude.
Okay, it's in the box. Fuck you guys.
But it's not the final week though. We still got.
Oh yeah, we still got next week. Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead, Seth.
We're good.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go Fitz.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
I think whoever wins in Romania, I don't think does Prague, but I think Rafa or Keem will do it. But
let's assume they're both doing it, even though we don't know they are.
Yeah, I'm thinking in my head.
Well, you just picked Rafa to win Romania. How is this a tough decision?
Akeem gets better. Rafa might.
I think it's going to be the opposite. I think Akeem's going to be on for the first show and be off for the next one. And Rafa will get better.
I think I agree with Seth. I think Rafa will be worse the second show.
I think so.
I hope you fuck up the first show and have to come back for the second.
Okay, what are you doing here, Martin? Chris?
I'm going to put Akeem, Rafa, and then Clarita and Horse.
Clarita's going to be so mad at you.
Listen, if that fucking guy was 6 inches taller, he'd be top 5 at the end.
Grow, goddammit.
Motherfucker.
Okay. All right, let's do some questions.
Isn't that crazy about Clarita though?
What?
Like how far he's come as a competitor. Like the dude's full blown at that fucking size.
But hold on. I'm going to give you the unpopular opinion. It's way easier to fill out a 4'8" frame.
Well, I get it, but what I'm saying is
don't get mad at me, Sean. I'm sorry, but if you're 6'6", it's a lot harder to fill out your frame than if you're 5'1".
Yeah, but I'm saying how far. Dude, that dude was not only was he short, but he was not filled out.
Wait a minute. I'm not taking anything away from his accomplishments. The guy's a fucking Mr. Olympia. It's incredible. All I'm saying, and I'm not saying, look, I'm being kind of an asshole when I say that. He's incredible, and he's got great body parts and a great physique. But you have to admit,
oh yeah,
Jamie Johal is going to have a much tougher time filling out his physique than Sean Clarita.
I'm saying if he was 5'5" or 5'6", even then it would be. I think he would.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Let's take a look at that. if Clarita was 5'5", let's take a look. I'm gonna try and be as objective as possible because I have nothing against Sean Clarita. I just want to ask you something. Sean, is it U or W?
You.
Oh wait, why am I Google? What the fuck am I doing here? Go back here.
IG.
Go right here. Sean Clarita. Okay. So let's take a look at Sean. I'm just curious about this. Isn't like I'm not making a statement. I'm just asking a question.
Sure.
Let's assume he's 5 inches taller, 6 inches taller, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
I don't think Sean has a tiny waist. So I'm like, if he's taller and his limbs aren't as filled out, does the waist actually hurt him more?
Or it might be more elongated, so it looks
like
small.
this. Like this is what I'm talking about, right? Like right here, he's got perfect proportions. His waist is not tiny, but it's not big.
Well, he's a little leg light, but
if he's stretched out, does it actually make him look worse than better? I just think it's an interesting thing because people do this all the time. You're like, well, if he was 5 inches taller, he would look like this. I'm like, but would he? It's kind of like when they say that about Chris. If Chris was 30 pounds heavier, he'd been Mr. Olympia. I'm like, wait a minute. We've seen a lot of guys, Iain being one of them on this fucking show, that were extremely crisp and extremely detailed, extremely striated. And as they got bigger, blurred some of those lines.
Sure.
The
Ian sucked.
fuck?
He wasn't good.
No.
Ian, it started off well for you, and then it fell off.
Ian,
I always want to break it to you.
You know what I'm saying. You've said this yourself. Your glutes. You listen. Your glutes, in your first 4 shows, 5 shows, whatever, first half of your career were striated and stripped out. As you got bigger, that muscle starts to compress the striations. It doesn't look the same. So you can't say like if Chris was 30 pounds heavier or 20 pounds heavier, because you don't know if Chris is going to look like that. You don't know if his waist is going to get thicker. You don't know if the detail's still going to be there. You don't know.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
We're living in fantasy land right now, though.
No, and it's fun to do that, but I'm just trying to like educate because people say that stuff, and I'm like, there are a lot of things that happen in a physique as it gets bigger.
Once you start pushing food, once you start doing some different types of trainings, there are going to be things that get bigger. There are going to be things that become inconsistent in your physique. Symmetrical. It's going to happen.
Think about this, Seth. If you asked 100 professional bodybuilders, I bet you if you asked them what was your prettiest physique, they would say before they got huge.
Yeah.
It's like to a T. You could ask like out of 100,
the more you're going to push out and blur those lines for sure.
Out of 100 guys, you get 90 that say, well, when I turned pro, that was my favorite look.
Yeah.
As far as pretty goes.
Some things that still did get better, like my quads never lost that, and they got better and more detailed as I got more muscle on them. But certain things, like as they got bigger and kind of pushed out, I lost a bit of.
Yeah,
I would always get the really dry, grainy, but like you said, when I was younger, my glutes would be like Derek Lunsford glutes.
Right.
As I got bigger and bigger, they like were peeled, but like they weren't quite as deep inset, no matter how lean I got.
Really.
Right.
No.
Yeah. So, and that's the Seth. That's like we've talked about. I wasn't picking on Iain. We've talked about this before. Like how
it's okay.
A little bit, but it's okay.
I take my shot.
You chose your friend.
I take my shots where I can. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun to imagine though. Like if you could keep this exactly the same, but it was the same height as Keon.
Yeah.
Do you think he's better than Keon? Because I still think Keon's better.
Well, Keon is coming into his own where I think that Keon is literally going to, like, over the next several years, become one of the greatest bodybuilders that we see.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking phenomenal, eh?
Like, unbelievable.
It's really hard to ignore how perfect his physique.
I saw someone
look at
there.
Look at that.
This isn't even fucking real, man. Like the way his lats. Look at this.
What the fuck?
Look at his quads. Like it's
like even Dexter Jackson, like he even commented, he's like, this is one of the greatest physiques of all time.
It is. Look at this. This isn't like this is something we never ever see this level of perfection. Like look at the sweep on these fucking lats. It's
ridiculous.
Like, there's like a very few, other than like maybe the little bit of gap in his abs, you can't make any real critiques on this physique.
No. And now that he's working with Patrick and they figured out his conditioning, who the fuck is going to beat this?
No one.
No one.
So then that actually brings me to a
comparison there of the years.
Yeah.
Like
it brings me to a question I actually was wondering the other day, because I think Flex Lewis posted something and I was like, is Keon better than Flex Lewis?
I think that Keon is going to continue to get better. I don't think we've seen the best of Keon. So like as he progresses into it, like I said, I think it's going to turn out to be one of the best physiques we've ever seen.
This is just insane, man.
I mean, dude,
watch when he. I saw this when he was guest posing once. I couldn't believe when look at the way he just opens up into that, and
his waist just shrinks by like 10 inches.
Yeah, but it's funny because the higher his arms go, like the bigger his lats get. Like, look at this. Just watch it again. Watch his arms come up, and his lats just keep going out and out and out. Yeah. There. Now it's fully fucking. It's like, what the fuck?
Built for it, born for the shit, dude.
Born for it. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's do some questions. Mike's favorite part.
Red shine.
By the way, I've gotten hundreds of DMs from dog shower people. So fuck you, Ian.
You telling yourself that, Fouad?
Hundreds.
What was the results on your poll?
Hundreds of emails.
What was the poll results?
Well, out of like 10,000, it wasn't great, but hundreds.
Oh, yeah, out of 10,000.
The poll was hacked. It was hacked.
What was the poll results, though?
The poll results were
99-1.
No. It was 20% of people.
So 80-20.
No, because there was.
Yes.
Okay, there's a caveat to this, by the way, that somebody alerted me to. If you have a tub, you're probably not going to do it. But if you have a walk-in shower, then it makes sense.
You have a tub, though.
No, I know, but I walk in my shower and then I open the door. The dog walks in. It's a walk-in. It just makes it easy. He just walks in.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's different.
Then you get naked.
I'm already naked. I don't wait till he gets in. Then I take my pants off.
You get naked and then let him in the shower.
Yes.
like you would your wife.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be naked and pick him up and put him in my tub.
Here, buddy.
Listen, I don't care. You guys are weird for thinking it's weird.
I know you don't care. That's even worse.
You're weird for thinking it's weird. That's the problem.
Oh,
yeah, you're weird for thinking it's sexual. That's how I feel about it.
I don't think it's sexual. I think it's weird.
Yeah, because you're attributing a sexual component to it.
No, I think that you're dangling your fucking dick in your dog's face.
Your dog. Listen, when a dog is in the shower, the dog's not, like you said, frolicking. The dog sits down and waits till he's done because he doesn't really want to be in there.
So he doesn't want your fucking dick in his face. He's like,
this guy's fucking naked again.
He's wishing he could call the fucking cops on you.
No, because he comes in without me. He just invites. Like if I open the door, he'll just come in without me asking him to.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, now he just comes in by himself.
I'm telling you,
you're in here again. No, time for a shower.
Okay, I don't feel bad about it. I don't really give a shit.
Good for you. You should be.
You know what? I'm gonna shower with him tonight after the podcast.
You should.
You should.
You should bath with him naked next.
No, listen. That's where I draw the line. Okay. Would you rather give up cheat meals for a year or lose 1 pound of muscle a month for a year? That's a lot of fucking muscle, man.
No, cheat meals for sure.
12 fucking pounds? That's your whole year. You might as well not even work out.
Okay. Yeah. In the last year, I have lost more than 12 pounds of muscle, so I guess it would be silly to not take that option.
Yeah, but you did it on purpose. You did it on purpose.
Semi on purpose, yeah.
Yeah.
I did it on purpose for 6 months, and then I tried to gain it back, but I came off steroids, so I continued to lose,
Reminisce on one of the craziest workouts you've ever done. Would love to hear from each of you. I don't know.
Every day, bro.
Yeah. They're all hardcore.
Balls to the wall.
What do you mean one stands out? They should all be fucking hardcore.
Yeah. Seth, do you have one? I feel like Seth has one in his head. No, what about the one? You know what? I remember one for Seth. What about the time you trained with Kevin Lavroni and he made you do like fucking, what did you do? Squats, and then you did
I trained back with Phil and Jay.
That was it.
And then afterwards, I trained legs with Kevin. It was horrible, but it was
the
awesome.
same day.
That's
literally back to back.
That might be
that's hardcore as fuck. Yeah,
dumbest and most hardcore thing at the same time.
I'm like Phil Heath. Phil Heath's looking at me, and he's like, "Hey, you know you're fucking stupid for doing this."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Phil, you're Phil Heath, the gift. I'm Seth Feroce. Nobody knows who I am." I was like, "I need to do this." And plus, Kevin Levrone wants to train with me, so I'm going to train with Kevin Levrone.
Yeah, you can't say no to Kevin Levrone.
Yeah, no.
What are you going to say? Oh, I just trained back. I can't, bro.
You would certainly say no to me, but you're like, fuck this guy.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Fuck him. Yeah.
I don't have a crazy workout. We used to do railroads. I've talked about railroads before. Those get kind of nasty.
What's a railroad?
A railroad. I got that from Eric Fankhauser because I was trying to figure out how to get my legs to grow. And Eric was all about heavyweight plus volume.
Yes.
But one of the, well, because a lot of people don't believe in the two. You either heavy or volume. And a lot of the guys, yeah, right. A lot of the guys with the biggest legs would be like, go as heavy as you can for 15 to 20 reps on shit, right? One of the things Eric told me was to do railroads, which was you get on a leg press, you start with one plate. You go one plate aside, right? Yeah. One plate for 10, 2 plates for 20, 3 plates for 30, all the way up to 100.
I didn't know that's what he called a railroad.
That's what he calls railroad. Yeah. And then when you get to 100, then you go back down, 9 plates for 90, 8 plates for, and you're fucking, the highest I've gotten is like 80 or 90.
And is that the whole workout?
No, that's the start of the workout.
So you would still fucking do other shit after that.
We've done that a number of times, and then we would go squat after, and then hack squat.
When I was young, I remember I didn't quite understand working out yet, and I Googled like ways to train, and I found German volume training. You know,
what's wrong with that?
Well, the 10 sets of 10.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, but when you do German volume training, they do like one exercise.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I would do my entire workout of 10 sets of 10.
Oh no.
Because I didn't quite understand. The idea of they're like one exercise, I'm like, that makes no sense. You can't
you did 10 sets of 10 leg press, 10 sets of 10 squats. Oh my God.
I did that on all my workouts for like probably 3 months.
Best legs in the game.
Who was it who was I talking to on a podcast that told me about, I think I was asking him why they get so shredded. I don't know. Was it you? And they were saying that it was because they were a runner and they had conditioned their legs to be like, do you guys think that's a thing? Like, can you train a muscle or a body part in a certain way to a point where maybe there's less fat cells on? I know this is stupid. I'm just completely asking a question. Like, because I was talking to somebody, I can't remember who the fuck it was, who's just like peeled lower body. And he was expressing to me that he thought it was from his running past.
Could have been me saying that. I mean, even now, like where I'm holding more fat up top and like in my midsection, stuff like that, my legs are still like, I still have cross-threaded quads, you know?
Right. Yeah. So, anyway, just a thought. Mike, what do you think about that? Is that a thing or is it just like a genetics? Like if you,
it could, especially if you're coming from a background of sprinting or of sport with your rear running like crazy, I could see how that would carry over. But
yeah, because
your muscle endurance would be also through the roof. So like your ability to push through high volume workouts would probably be way better than the average person's in the sense that you're not going to fatigue as early, and the legs are conditioned to like actually pound away and take damage. So,
as well, even when I've not like now I could train my legs once every fucking 2 months and they don't really change a whole lot. Or if I don't train
you mean size wise or conditioning or what?
Size and strength. Like I trained my legs like once in the last 2 months and I went back like the next day and I hack squat like 8 plates for 10 reps. Like it was
I wonder what that is.
I wonder why more guys sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
That's why I wonder why more guys who aren't leg dominant don't just fucking chill out. Like it's
Oh, you mean like it's not going to go away anyway? Yeah,
like it's not going anywhere, guys.
Yeah, let that nutrients and that energy put somewhere else.
Like put that fucking effort and that extra, maybe even slight overtraining into like your upper body or the parts that are lacking, which is probably your upper body, and really give that all of your effort and all your nutrients and all your fucking gear, all this stuff's going towards building that area. Because like obviously your body is naturally choosing to select the lower tissue, right? So it's like
I agree.
Let's just completely shut down that pathway and use our legs to walk around and do stuff and be mobile, but like let's fucking kill our upper body.
Are you talking to Seth right now? Is that what you're doing?
No.
I heard
I had
it.
a guy that I
But
trained.
there's like guys I've trained in the past, and like it's like I wanted to tell them like they have great fucking legs, like fantastic fucking legs. Like it's like, and they have very subpar upper bodies, especially with, like their back or wherever it might be. It's like you need to put the effort that you've put into those legs into that back. It's the same.
But they would say I am putting the effort. You're just saying
No, but you need to double up. You need to double up that effort. So whatever effort you would spend for the legs,
right?
Don't waste that energy there. Put it back into the thing. Understand that you're on juice and you're on all these calories, all this stuff. You're creating an environment for growth, whether you believe it or not.
Yeah.
So why allocate resources to something that doesn't need resources? It's like, why am I building a dam when the dam is already forged? I'm still adding to the dam. It's like, no, go fix the other leak, and come back to that later. The dam's good. We're built.
I think it's a mental block, Mike, because like if you said that to me,
because
not that I had any like outstanding body parts that didn't need work, but like even if I did, and you said don't train that body, I couldn't do it.
But the thing is, because you've developed such a mental connection to that, and it's hard to tell someone don't train the one thing you're really good at.
Yeah,
because you get so much satisfaction. You get so much satisfaction out of that as well, because you see the fruits of your labors. So it's like, man, I see my legs. I know they're dominant. I want to keep them dominant, right?
But I don't think that's always it, Mike. Like for me, it wouldn't be like, oh, I want to train it because I'm good at it. I would just be like almost OCD about it. Like I have to train it or else it's going to disappear.
Yeah, that's, I mean,
it's irrational.
They think it's going to disappear. Like, but it's not. And even if it did, you turning the switch back on, they go right back to where they were. Like Ian said, like I went 2 months without a leg workout. I went to holy shit. They're like,
yeah.
It's like I just trained them last week, right? So
I wonder if it's because it's a bigger muscle group, Ian. Because out of all my body parts, my legs have held up the most.
Maybe
out of everything else. What were you going to say? You were going to say something.
I had a guy that was extremely lower body dominant that I used to train, like extremely lower body, like way unbalanced. And we had him for a while training legs like every 2-3 weeks, like to try and allocate that time and energy elsewhere, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think of the frequency when it comes to training? Like if you do, I have a theory in my head about prioritization schedules, but like say someone has a lagging body part, how quickly do you think they could train it? Like if they were doing bro split, what would you say?
According to Brad Schoenfeld, and if those people don't know him, he's written books on the topic. I don't know if he's a strength and conditioning coach. I don't know what his exact title is, PhD. I don't know what. He says that frequency is one of the biggest factors in muscle growth, and that you can train a muscle if it's sore as long as it's not impeding your performance. So he likes to do 3 times a week. That's what I'm thinking. Because back in the day, my legs were so fucked I couldn't.
But I don't know if his 3 times a week is your 3 times a week.
That's kind of what and intensity might be a little lower there. Yeah,
that's like a moderate lifter.
Let's not listen to Brad Schoenfeld or any
Okay. Go ahead. Ask your question again. Sorry.
Let's go back, like just straight bro science. Your anecdotal experiences of how you would train. Like if you were like, hey, I think like you're having some trouble with your arms.
Right.
Your arms aren't really picking up. Like you're growing, your arms are growing, but they're not growing enough. You need to get in front of this.
Right.
How, like, and we're talking like balls out training, bro split. How often would you have them train them? Like, what would you be like? What would your
I'd pair them with a body part that makes sense, and I'd have them have their own day of it, a complete own day.
That's what I did. I would like for my hamstrings, for example. I needed them to grow, so I would do a leg day, but then I would do hamstrings again on my back day.
On back day.
Arms, I would do like chest and tries, back and bis, and then an arm day.
Yeah, I think twice a week is a good. See, this I was going to say there's a little bit of a caveat to it. I had to learn. John Meadows taught me, and my physique actually got better. He was like, you can't dig a hole so deep that it takes a week to get out of. Yeah. So like I used to train my legs so hard, it literally like they wouldn't feel better until like the 7th day.
Yeah.
So he was like, look, let's just scale back your volume a bit, keep the intensity the same. That way your soreness is gone in 4 days and you can train them a second time in the week.
So I've have this thing that I've been doing for like a prioritization schedule on a bro split.
Yeah.
where it's like you pick like a say like 4 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever it would be, and like every fifth day you train that body part.
Right. I get
So
it.
like no matter what you're supposed to do on that fifth day, if you like whatever it is, like I'm a 3 on 1 off, 3 days on 1 day off guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like whenever that fifth day hits, you're training arms again. What if say you're supposed to, it's like arms, back, chest.
Okay, but can I ask you a question though? Do you think that's as beneficial as pairing it with something that is already influencing it?
Well, again, that's kind of why I was like, I wanted your guys' opinion on this, because me, like, that's how I prioritize. Like, that's how I've done it. Because, like, whenever I put it on back day, if I do arms,
What's the body part you're trying to prioritize?
No, just in general.
Oh,
like,
okay.
In general, overall. Like for anybody, like the listeners, they're like, I'm on bro split, but I'm trying to do this, and I would tell them like every fifth day, just train that body part, whatever it is that you were supposed to do on that day. Train arms or
Mike. What's your thought on that?
There's multiple different ways you could do it. I've done back-to-back leg days where I've like I told you guys before, the volume was down on both days, but the intensity was just as high on both days and focusing on different things. But I mean, it's like almost if you pair, like if you take back and biceps, it's like if you're going to do back and biceps together, I would do your back and then I would do biceps in the terms of like, I've already kind of smoked them in the sense that they've been working so hard to do the back workout. Why don't I just be highly isolation movement based when I do the bicep after the back? Like literally like 20-pound dumbbell curls, like supinated, like over a fucking bench, like hanging or like whatever it might be that you feel your bicep the most. So like we already have a lot of recruitment in that area in blood. So why don't we just like really hammer home?
Right.
And then on the arm day, that's, I guess, when you could like, I would still keep that focusing on like understanding that that's a body part that's lagging. I would be more concerned about how I'm performing these exercises, and I'd up the volume on those days for both parts of my arm. I would just like hammer that. Yeah, I would just hammer that part, hammer the arm on the arm day, and just have it be like, I don't want to leave the gym until I can't like physically scratch my head.
Okay, Mike. So sorry. And I know there's a million ways to do it, so we're not saying any one way is best, but in your opinion, for you, would you have someone, is Seth's method of like every fifth day, no matter what, more in line with what you would do, or is it more in line to pair it with a body part that's connecting with it already?
No, I would, like I said, I would do the body part that it pairs with and give it its own day. And I would just have that. I would just have that own day of whatever it is I'm prioritizing. I'd have that be highlighted in my split, whether that's after a rest day or.
That's what I do. Yeah.
What happens if it's a big body part like legs or back?
Yeah, like I said, I did back-to-back leg days when I was competing, and I also, when I was training a certain individual who will remain nameless, did back-to-back back days with that individual when their back started getting improving, right? But it's just like we're working different angles. Like that's why it's hard when you say like a big body part like back. It's like, yeah, well, we can train back and we can train like we can like Ian could even attest to, like you can train like erector strength, or you could like do like a heavy pulls on one day, and the next day you do all light like lat isolation movements. So we're not incorporating, like people think of back as one body part, which is incorrect.
Right.
It is your back, but there's many moving parts to your back, and it's easy to isolate on just lats. There's plenty of stuff to do. And there's also stuff like mid back traps, whatever it is that you're lagging. So a lot of these guys are lagging in their lower lat and their mid back because they're just not doing exercises that are like fundamentally sound that are going to hit those areas. So I would just have like a day where it's like I'm balls to the wall, like training hard on that body part. And then I'd take a back day where it's like, are my lats shit? Then I need to just do lats today. And even if that ends up being like one arm cables, like dumbbell rows, but super hunched and isolated on my lat, like things like that, where I'm consciously thinking of like, what's my weakness and how I'm attacking it without losing my intensity and my overall weight that I'm lifting and like pushing myself. But there has to be a point where we have to like start sniper rifling. Like I have to target in on what's the problem. Right. I can't just keep saying, train my thing harder. It's like, what sucks about your legs? Your hamstrings? Like Fouad said, I did them twice because I knew it was my hamstrings, not my quads, right?
Seth, when you say back and let's say, take your example of back and legs, does that person have, let's assume it's person A we're talking about. Does he have weak back and weak legs?
No, just one.
One or the other. So, I mean, I think Mike's. I'm kind of in 100% agreement with Mike. Is like I would give if my quads are my like I would do a hamstring dominant day and a quad dominant day. That's kind of when I was really trying to build my legs. That's how I did it. So like my quad dominant day was like super heavy fucking pressing, super heavy compound movements, and then I would finish with like maybe some lying leg curls, or I would do 2 hamstring movements, but they would be maybe machines. And then on a hamstring dominant day, I would do 3 or 4 hamstring exercises, but I would do the heavier compounds like the stiff leg deadlifts, shit like that. And I would do maybe 1 or 2 quad exercises that were like machine based, like leg extension, walking lunge, something like that. So
do you think like I completely understand what you're saying.
right.
Do you think that that's too intricate for someone to be able to do because they're not able to do that without a coach, like explaining it to them?
No, it's you know what's very simple to do. This is the easiest way to explain it. Let's say you have weak lagging legs. I would say, look, take your quad dominant day, do all your quad compound movements on that day, and do your hamstring isolation movements on that day. And then on your fucking hamstring dominant day, do your hamstring compounds and your quad isolations. Then you're kind of set. That's the easiest way to explain it. And basically, the person's going to go, "Oh, okay, so I'm going to do the heaviest fucking shit on that dominant day."
Sure.
Right. So that's Ian. What do you think? Do you have a further explanation or a more nuanced approach to it?
I agree.
Okay, move on.
Let's clip that right there. Let's clip that.
My answer is yes.
Yes.
Can we get a bro chat gym playlist? I actually want to do this. Let's go around a circle 2 or 3 times to get some music. Go, Seth.
I'm big on the Parkway Drive right now.
What's Parkway Drive?
Parkway Drive, the one song it hit for me.
What is? I've never. Am I like that old? I don't even, is this a new band?
I don't think so.
I'm just out of touch.
Parkway Drive, The Void.
Parkway Drive, The Void. I can't play it or else I'll get demonetized.
You ain't gonna make no money.
Yeah, I got to make my money. I can't do that.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's a decent song.
Okay, Parkway Drive. I got to look him up after we're done. Okay, Ian.
I've been big on listen to like Avenged Sevenfold lately.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like Hail to the King.
Shepherds of Fire, Hail to the King, like some of those songs.
Mike, you're a music guy.
You know, it came on my fucking playlist today, and it fucking made my fucking day, and it brought me back because when we saw Shane Gillis, Ian, he came out to Money for Nothing, Dire Straits.
Yeah.
That fucking song, man. That song is fucking sick.
Let me see. I don't even know what. I just want to go to my fucking playlist real quick just so I can fucking see.
I'm very stuck. Like all my like rap and hip hop that I listen to is like pre 2000.
Yeah, I'm stuck in high school still.
Like like fucking Exhibit.
I'm all
Duck, Lloyd Banks, Ja Rule, Eminem. Yeah,
dude, I'm so
there's
fucking...
a lot of Lloyd Banks for sure.
My shit's all obvious, man. It's like Metallica, Linkin Park, Wu-Tang Clan, fucking Godsmack. It's all like the obvious shit.
You're like rock driving music though, like the like light rock that we listen to when we drive.
Yeah,
is like the best though.
Like what?
Really
every time when I get out and I'm like driving, I'm sitting there trying to remember what we listened to when we're driving for a long time, and I can't remember any, and it makes me mad.
That's why I have my phone out in case anybody drops a knowledge.
He has the best like chill vibes, like driving music of all time for sure.
Who does?
You.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of ones. They're a lot of the obvious ones though.
I got Rob Zombie, Dead City Radio and The Gods. Yeah, that's a good one.
Mike, you have another one? I got Sound the Horns.
I like Meek Mill.
Meek
Nightmares or whatever it's called.
I got a Diddy song here. I like. No, I'm just joking.
Jadakiss. Jadakiss is good.
Honestly, I think I'm just gonna go overall. My favorite workout music is probably Metallica. I can never ever go wrong if I put Metallica on and I train. I'm like, okay, I'm good.
King Nothing.
I go through moods.
Love
I
King
go through
Nothing.
moods too where I live my youth and I go like on straight like Linkin Park vibe.
Yeah.
Like Hybrid Theory, Linkin Park, and I'll listen to that like for a week, 2 weeks straight.
Did Mike crush his sales goal for the drop?
Very well.
Is my royalty check in the mail or what?
Yeah, it is. So not having Instagram went actually very well.
It's actually, you know what? I got to tell you, Mike, I got to tell you, and hopefully this is not an omen because somebody's going to like hijack my shit, but I'm kind of jealous.
That I
Like,
got hacked?
No,
Maybe like unplugged.
just that you're unplugged forcefully. Like you're just.
Well, I'm still on because my business page is still up. Like my merch page, Wicked Few is still up, but I'm just like interacting sparingly on there. It's nice to just
like
kind of fucking.
Like this would horrify me, but I feel like if I lost my phone for a week, I would probably be a happier person.
Yeah. All this is done, honestly is confirmed in my mind that I'm going to a service that has a paywall, and I'm just going on there. Like I'm not dealing with like Instagram and YouTube and all this shit. I'm going to Patreon or something where it's like,
yeah,
if you want to bust my balls, you have to pay to do it.
If you had to work a 12-hour day, 14 on, 7 off, do you think you could still have gone pro when you did, given the work schedule?
14-hour day?
Yeah, 12-hour day.
I mean, you can do it.
I'm personally for myself gonna say no. I literally quit a job.
Me too.
I remember when I was 23, I got this job at a factory working midnights. And the working midnights was fucking up my sleep schedule and my eating schedule because when I was tired, I couldn't eat.
Yep.
I quit like 3 weeks in. I was like,
I was going to say, I
dropped out of college. Sorry, go ahead, Seth.
No, go ahead.
No, you were finished. Go finish.
I was just going to say, you could do it, but you'd probably be one of the very few people that could.
Right.
And I dropped out of college with like 3 weeks to go because I thought it was impeding my bodybuilding. I was like 2.5 years. I was like 2.5 years deep. I had like half a semester, and I'm like, I'm done.
What the fuck is wrong? You're such an idiot.
I mean, it wouldn't matter now. It made no difference now.
You're right.
It wouldn't have gone. I couldn't get more now. You know.
If health markers are in check, is there a need to come off a cycle?
There's never a need to come off.
Choice at that point, you know.
Mike's like, never stop. Never. Always stay on.
If you never come off, you never have to worry, my friend. create that new normal in your body.
Okay, I'm going to say something that's completely bro science. I think you should, just because you should, and I have no reason why other than it can't be healthy to be on gear 24/7, 365.
I think if you're coming down to HRT,
I was joking too. Don't fucking take me seriously, you fucking soft ass motherfuckers.
I think there's benefits for certain things of coming off, but in terms of overall health, I don't know if going down to an HRT dose, like a real proper, like to bring you, between 600 and 800, 1,000, is negative. You just might deal with the ramifications after bodybuilding that you will have to continue on that, obviously. I think if you want to obviously maintain fertility, then I would at least be, when you're coming down to HRT, which I've obviously learned, I would be doing like your HCG periodically throughout the year, or definitely on the time that you come down. But other than that, I don't think there's a massive health benefit to coming off. And there's probably a negative mental health ramification of coming off.
I got to tell you, I can't imagine any person ever be on a proper cycle. I don't mean like TRT. Be on a proper cycle whose some marker in their blood work somewhere is not elevated, like inflammatory markers.
On a cycle, I 100% agree.
No, but that's what he's saying. So I'm like, it's kind of like the hypothetical doesn't really work.
No, I'm saying, yeah, if you did a 4 to 5 month cycle and then you went on HRT dose for 3 months and then you know what I mean?
What I'm saying to you is he's saying, if you're on a cycle and everything is perfect, do you have to come off? And I'm like, it's kind of like an unrealistic ask.
You're probably, and this is one thing is I think people go very like baseline with their panels. Yeah. They're like testing like 6, like I get guys on Instagram all the time be like, hey, can you look over my blood work? They send me one sheet with like 9 things on it. I'm like, what is this? They got like their basic blood count done and then like 1 kidney, 1 liver marker. I'm like, that's why, and again, I don't care. Merrick Health code Ian.
Merrick code Valliere.
Merrick Health code Ian is fine. I don't care. The point is, the point I was going to make is, if you get your blood work done at Merrick, listen, it's $100 first of all, and you get like 80 fucking different markers.
Yeah, it's so worth it.
You're like, people don't know this, but your kidney.
Wait a minute, that's all it is. It's $100.
It's only $100. 100 with my code or Ian's code. It's $108.
Yeah.
And you get like fucking 65 or 75 different markers checked. Listen, the thing I'm trying to say to you is this: what people don't realize is they're like, I check my kidneys. What people don't understand is when you go to a proper blood work facility or they're doing a proper blood panel, there's like 6 different markers just for your kidneys.
Please.
Yeah.
It's
When
not
I went to my full panel with them, I drew 18 vials of blood.
Yeah, dude, I ran so much they had to fucking retap my veins. They're like, we ran out of blood. I'm like, use this arm. And they fucking did it again because they took so many vials. Now, that obviously costs more than $108. You can get like 300 fucking panels, blood panels done, blood markers done. But what I'm trying to express is it's not like I checked my thyroid. There's like 6 different things for thyroid. There's like 10 different things for kidney. There's like
thyroid enzyme things, your TSH, T3, T4, T3, secretagogues under it. I mean, there's a million different things.
So that's why I'm saying like this is kind of an unrealistic question because there's not really a possible way that all of those markers are going to be good if you're on a proper cycle.
And if they
That's
are,
why they call it a cycle.
and if they are, then keep going, buddy.
Favorite ice cream toppings? Oreo.
Score.
What'd you say, Seth?
Sports guy.
What'd you say, Seth?
No, he said
Or
s'mores.
Mike, what'd you say?
I said
Cookie dough.
score. Yeah.
You said score. What did Mike say?
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough's a good one. Seth?
Wait, what did you say, Ian?
Score.
Yeah, they don't have that in the
They don't
States.
have that in the US.
What is that? No. I thought
It's like,
you said s'mores.
It's like
No.
chocolate covered hard caramel.
Like chocolate tastes like cock a little bit.
It's like brittle, like you could snap it.
Tastes
Yeah,
like
it tastes a lot like dick.
Is that what your dog tells you your dick tastes like? Or
No,
what?
that's it. No,
Oh, it tastes like a score bar.
Oh,
This is
okay, yeah,
This is score.
yeah, I know what these are.
Fucking amazing. Butter toffee. It's toffee.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's
those
like,
are not amazing. Score sucks, dude. Score is
Fucking chip your
shit.
teeth on those fucking things.
See, listen to
But
Mike.
wait, eating a score bar, I think is good, not great, but score as a topping.
You know what? You know what?
Is
Can I
amazing.
listen? Can I tell you what score is like? You know when like glass,
Like a punish, like a
you know when-
punishment.
when you shatter glass and it's like all
Like
over the place.
obsidian.
That's
Yeah.
It's like fucking chewing a meth bar.
Yeah. your mouth gets all fucked up and shit. I'm like,
Wait, when you're eating a full bar, I agree, but as a topping, when you have like soft ice cream with a good like toffee crunch in there of score, it's fucking good.
don't listen to him. Seth.
Or McFlurry is fucking goated for sure.
Oreo is the be all end all.
I love Oreo, so I won't fight you on that, but I think
M&Ms.
score is great too.
M&Ms
I was
are
just going to
decent,
repeat
too.
what you said, so score is good too.
M&M's,
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. I'll go
Reese's Pieces for sure.
Seth, what's yours? You haven't said anything yet.
I'm actually like I like strawberry blizzards, like a regular strawberry or banana
you're-
split blizzard.
You
I'm
mean
like
you're
a
gay,
fruit
you mean
guy.
you're gay a little bit.
He's a fucking fruity ass.
But if I do a peanut butter one,
60%, bro.
it's Butterfingers.
No, seriously. What do you said? Strawberries and what else?
Like I like banana split blizzards. Like,
Okay.
I love those fucking.
You're
things.
like you and Paul would enjoy your desserts together. Paul's a
Yeah. Like
fruit.
fresh. But
Yeah,
like when the
fresh.
kids get, but Butterfingers. I like
I wa-
Butterfingers.
I wonder if it's a dad thing. Were you like that before you had kids?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like I like whenever I eat ice cream because I don't eat it often. Like, dude, my
Yeah.
stomach can handle it.
Yeah.
And but when I do, I'm like, I like banana splits.
Is it because it feels healthy? Because there's fruit in it?
I don't know. I'm not big on like I'm not crazy about chocolate shit, dude. I'm
Oh,
not.
because
He's big on high potassium desserts. He loves them.
They taste
is it
like
because is it because the chocolate's too sweet?
I don't know. Like I like
just
salty
don't- yeah.
shit, dude.
Okay,
When it comes
okay.
to chips, if I'm at like a party and there's chips there, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
Like,
I
there's
go through
phases and stuff.
phases. Yeah, but you know what's funny? I kind of have to have both.
yeah.
But see, I'm a real fat guy. Like this is the thing. They actually did studies that said you could eat more. listen.
Hold on.
Mike,
Scientifically, I'm a fat ass.
Mike, this is scientifically proven. You can eat more if you switch back and forth between salty and sweet.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Mhm.
Your body will handle more food.
Yeah.
So
I like-
you have to eat a bag of chips and then a pint of ice cream.
What if
And
you
then
what if you have a bag of chips and you just pour Oreos in it so you don't know what you're gonna get?
Have best of both worlds.
No, it's got to be
You're
one.
constantly confusing your body. It doesn't know what to do.
It's got to be one, then the other, and then back and
Oh.
forth. It's got
What if you just take shots of maple syrup
Yeah.
and then keep eating the chips?
keep eating chips. Yeah.
That's what I need. I need Canadian Sear Stim and maple syrup.
Yeah,
That actually sounds delicious. Chips,
It does.
regular chips with maple syrup drizzled on them.
that does sound good. I'm gonna try it tonight.
Or dip it like a nugget.
Let's see here. Best cycle for you, whatever Seth's taking because he's shredded.
It'll look exactly like him if you take
Yes, exactly. What blue collar job would each of you choose and why? I want to be a demolition guy.
Yeah.
I want to drive one of those just massive fucking rigs that just smashes shit. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Let your anger out, Fuad.
It's not because I'm
I love,
angry.
I love, I love cutting grass
End
on
up
a.
raid.
Cutting grass on a reticulating mower. It's like my favorite thing. Like,
The
I love
standing,
that shit.
the standing ones, or the
no,
seated?
the sitting down with the reticulator. They just move around.
0 turns.
Like a zero turn bucket.
Like in a massive field. They used to do that for a job when I was after college, like soccer fields, and just fucking.
Okay, I could see that. Seth,
I'm gonna go ahead and say something like Mike with like you said, with I love landscaping. I
Yeah.
fucking love it.
you're a
But
dad.
I'd
You're a
like to
dad.
do
You have
a little
to.
bit of grass cutting and a little bit of hardscapes. I always wanted to learn how to do really good hardscapes, like
Okay.
sidewalks and decks and things like that with brick.
How do you feel about the robot lawnmowers? Are you annoyed by that or happy about it?
Yeah, a little bit, but at the same time, I get it. I just started learning about AI and all what AI can do. Chat GPT, Perplexity, Kling, all these fucking crazy AIs. It's insane.
Okay, but
We're all doomed.
if I bought you a robotic lawnmower for
throw it away.
Christmas,
There's something relaxing about cutting grass, man.
I love it.
fuck that, man. I got a guy who comes to my house, cuts my grass.
No, I'm talking about like a big area.
Oh yeah. Well, I used to my last house. We had a field behind the house that kind of had to maintain. So I had a riding lawnmower. It was fucking awesome. That I love. Yeah, but I don't want to push around a fucking mower.
No,
and shit.
no, fuck that.
Ian, blue collar job? You're not doing any blue collar jobs. Yeah.
Or I can just fucking chill the most during. I mean, I would like, mowing, like doing landscaping like that. As long like I worked landscaping, like very manual landscaping, like fucking doing,
Out of all the blue collar jobs, you all pick landscaping. What about like welding?
I don't want to do like hard manual labor landscaping, but I would like to. Cutting grass is like a very high level of satisfaction. I agree with that.
I want to weld.
When I grew up, my dad, like we had a big property and we had a big like tractor with like a big mower behind it, or like a big snow plow behind it in the winter. Like that's fucking fun to do, And when it's all done, you look back at it and you're like, "Fuck yeah, that was good,"
I'd rather learn how to fabricate shit. Like make shit out of metal.
For sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Like some of these motorcycle guys, they can make their own fucking parts. I'm blown away by it.
I guess I'm having trouble thinking of all the blue collar jobs,
Yeah, I mean, like I also I grew up doing cabinets. Kitchens, bathrooms, home remodels, like that. But I find fascination in concrete, mason work, hardscapes, things like that.
Yeah.
I've never done it, so I'm like, I want to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Like HVAC guy or something,
That too, yeah.
And okay, Brandy Love,
Hey, Brandy.
Lisa.
That
Ann.
guy, sorry, Ian, remember the guy who came to Shane Gillis with us, the older guy who has the bike shop?
Yeah.
He fabricates bikes. You should look him up. You're gonna beat him when you come down in December. But his Instagram after, if you want to look at solid cycles, his name's Frank.
Good.
Well,
I want to get some shit made.
He makes fucking crazy bikes, bro. All he does is he has a garage out back and people just pull it in all day, like fucking
like a chopper making guy. Like what kind of bikes?
Yeah, he makes everything. You'll see.
It's fucking sweet. Yeah, I'll look him up.
Maybe I
He's a
should buy
retired bodybuilder too.
I could buy a DFL and then get him to fucking just pimp it the fuck out,
That's right. Okay, Brandy Love, Lisa Ann, or Kendra Lust. I don't know who these people are.
We're going old porn stars here, right?
Is that who that is? I don't know any of these
There's all
people.
porn stars.
Mom
Oh,
porn
okay.
stars, like the MILFs from 10 years ago porn stars.
So are we supposed to pick between them? Let's go.
Yes. Be careful in your Googlage here.
Let's find out here who these people are. I have
What was
no.
his name?
We're going from school.
Wait, I would probably Google them with this closed first.
I'm totally clueless as to who these people are. I've never heard
Oh,
of
I
That's
recognize her.
These are mom porn stars, bro.
I recognize
Oh yeah,
her.
she's familiar.
I've
Yeah, of
never
course.
seen this person in my life. Who are these people?
Okay, that's
This
a
is
good
more
one.
Fouad style here.
Okay, I like
Yeah,
that.
Fouad's liking this one.
He goes, okay, I like that. You're hired.
Okay, Seth, can you put them in order?
Are we ranking them?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
first.
go Kendra, Lisa, then the first one.
Yeah, I'm in the same. No, I think
I'm Lisa Kendra.
I have. I've seen one or two of Lisa Ann's videos. I think I'm going to go Lisa Kendra, and the other one.
I've never seen any of them, so I'm just going off their looks.
Mike's like frequents her fucking website. Okay, Seth.
Probably go with what was it? Kendra, Lisa, Brandy.
Yeah. Okay. Did Ian use his camel pack a lot?
I did.
No, you didn't. You did. You did.
Fuck you. In Vegas, I used it every day, motherfucker.
You did on purpose just to
You know what's funny?
irritate me.
You know what's funny? I left it in the garage of that lady. It's still down there.
Did you really?
Yeah, I forgot it there. Yeah. One day I took it off. Remember, it was leaking that one day, and I took it off and left it in the garage. I just left it on that shelf on the side.
Because it's useless. That's why.
Yeah, wow.
How many Splenda packets per day is too much?
There's never enough.
I don't fucking know. I use a ton of that shit. Let's see. How many? No. When are we getting? What are we getting? A wives episode? Never.
Ever.
Would you guys drive 40 minutes each way to a gym to train every day if it had better equipment than the gym close to your house?
No.
Probably. The gym I'm talking about is American Barbell in Columbus, Ohio.
When I was competing, yes. Now, no.
Now, no. When I was competing, I did actually many times.
So did I.
Yeah.
I was going to say
I did that every day till I got banned.
I used to drive to New Body to train with a guy, and it's about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. I mean, where I live, all the gyms are about 25 minutes anyway. So I mean,
yeah,
it's 15 minutes extra is not a big fucking deal to me. Like,
Seth, would you drive to go train?
I was going to say, well, you could probably, I mean, he could prioritize like certain body parts, but if whenever competing, yes.
Yeah.
Not competing, no. And especially like if you need to fit it your life, you just pick those days, you figure it out. Like you can still do some serious work with, mediocre or lesser equipment.
Actually, you're right, Seth. There was a period of time where I would go to a specific gym if I was training a specific body part.
Yeah, dude, you can crush arms and shoulders with some pretty simple shit.
Yeah. Well, you could, man, there was a period of time where I was training at the gym I have now before the equipment was there. We didn't have fuck all. We had a lat pull down, a squat rack, and a bunch of dumbbells and a cable stack. That was it.
I mean, I put a reel up about this. I've trained almost my entire career at Good Life.
Yeah. I just can't, the only thing, it's not that Good Life is a bad gym. I just always, the atmosphere matters to me.
Yeah, see, I don't mind the Good Life atmosphere, especially if like I'm trained with a buddy and stuff, and they're kind of busy, which I kind of like. Like, I don't.
But not all the Good Lives are the same. Like I've trained at some.
The one I train at now is very good. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some Good Lives I've trained at that are like a little bit harder feeling.
Yeah. And
there's others I've trained at that are like too family for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see who are each of your current past bodybuilding man crushes? Pro bodybuilder, any division who you are most attracted to or find most attractive? Chris Bumstead.
Yeah, sure.
Let's just all agree on that one.
Okay. Is Ian still gay since retiring?
Am I more gay or less gay since retiring? I'm not sure.
More, I think. Well, wait a minute. There's two ways to look at it.
Oh, I'm off the sauce, so I'm a little less gay, I think.
I'm
less horny, so I'm less gay.
Wait a second. You're less hardcore, so that makes you more gay.
Yeah.
But you're also not in a thong oiled up on stage, so that makes you also. So it's kind of like.
And I ride motorcycles now.
That can be considered gay, though, depending on the motorcycle.
If it's a Ducati Monster, it's pretty fucking
gay. Is it weirder to shower with a boy dog or a girl dog?
It's weirder to shower with a boy dog for sure.
No,
it's way weirder.
No, if I have a female dog, I don't want to looking at my dick.
She'll make fun of it too.
My boy's got one, so it's like we both got
actually,
one.
You know what? I think you're right. I
know I'm right.
It's more gay to shower with, but it's not gay. It's just
not gay. It's more inappropriate.
It's more inappropriate to shower with a girl dog.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if I think of it now, with my 3 dogs, 2 of them are girls, I would feel less weird showing Doug.
I'm just joking, right? You're an idiot.
Wait,
It doesn't matter.
Dog,
it's a dog.
You named your dog Doug?
Yeah, Doug is one of them.
Man, dude, what a fucking name. That's awesome.
And he's very much a Doug.
Don't you have another dog with a normal name like that?
Beatrice?
Beatrice.
My Bob, my business partner, he growing up, one of his dad's friends, he'd have one dog at a time, and he named them all Bill.
No, really.
Every single dog was named Bill.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Dog died, get a new Bill.
There.
What's the gayest thing you've ever done, Seth?
Me.
Yeah, he's asking you.
Dick.
Yeah, I came pretty close.
Well, this one
Besides sucking that dick.
It was right there, and I was like, I don't know.
Showering with my dog.
If you took your dog to the groomer, would you be okay if they were naked while washing your dog?
Yeah.
That's a great,
Of course.
that's a great
Of
question.
course, I do it at home all the time. It's no big deal.
No, I'd be fucking mortified.
That's somebody else, though. That's somebody
So?
else. No, but they're naked with my dog. It's fucked up.
It's a great question.
Who would most likely secretly be a hitman? Seth.
Secretly, then it's going to be Seth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where would Iain place at a natural show if he was allowed to in 3 months from now? Do you think you get your natural pro card?
So if I have 3 months to prep for a show from now and like do an amateur natural show,
Are you allowed to do a natural? Dude, you should do it. Get your
I
natural
was
pro
going to say,
card.
this is starting to turn
Yeah.
into a fun conversation.
well, I
Like,
I don't know.
don't you have to be away from steroids
Is the
for like?
natural pro card still an IFBB pro card? I already have one. I couldn't get
Yeah,
it.
I know,
again.
but I want you to actually win the natural shows.
Yeah. I mean,
I think you have to be off
years?
steroids for 2 years or something like that before you can compete as a natural athlete, which is completely ludicrous because you still have all the muscle.
I mean, I'm coming up. I'll be 2 years retired in June, so then we'll fucking pump one out next year.
Can I prep you
Go
for it?
there, punk, go and punk all day.
Yeah, I'll do a natural show and you can prep.
And I can prep you for it.
That would be funny. We should actually do that before I get back on after I conceive. Then we'll prep me for a natural show.
Okay.
I was actually thinking of trying to get as peeled as I could naturally to see what I look like, but I'm
Perfect.
like, I'll just be small, you know.
I'm just going to feed you nothing. I want you to try to.
I'd love that. I'd be so happy.
This guy wants to know all our body counts.
Oh, the what?
Body counts.
3.
Never.
4.
1, my wife.
Yes, that's it.
Only one that counted.
Only one. I married her.
Why are 20-year-olds claiming they need TRT nowadays? Because they're fucking idiots. And okay, wait, I need to rephrase that. Not all 20-year-olds are idiots. No, wait. There are some normal 20-year-olds. There are some normal 20-year-olds.
Well, there's always outliers, but in general, you know.
Honestly, this question just makes me angry because I feel like
The water, bro. It's the water. It's turning the frogs gay.
it's not the water. You know what it is? It's TikTok and influencers and people saying things, and then people that aren't necessarily educated enough or know enough buying into it.
I agree with you, but I also, in that sentiment, think that we are in a declining testosterone era.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it's being promoted, is what I'm saying.
100%. I agree with that. But I'm saying if it wasn't being promoted and we still took a total of people's testosterone levels now versus 30, 40, 50 years ago.
I agree. But let me ask you this. There was a period of time where if you were
want to take steroids.
just hold on a minute. If there was a period, if you said you're 20 and I want to take steroids, it'd be like, cool.
Then they can mask that by
if
saying
you're 20 and you say you're on TRT, I'm like, what are you fucking doing? Either do it or don't do it.
TRT plus.
No, but I think what I was going to say is there was a period of time where if you were like considered a man's man, like you were rough around the edges and you were a little fucked up and like
Mowing lawns.
you mowed lawns and like wore wife beaters
Big cabinets.
and
I mow lawns.
yeah.
Smallish buildings.
You were considered a man, and it was usually like a kind of a good thing. Now it's like wrong.
Yeah, don't be a man. Don't ever be a man anymore.
All right, I'm not going to go
Ever.
off on it. I'm not going to get on my I'm not going to get on my soapbox. I feel like there's too many influencers pushing really dumb shit.
I think that the problem today, a lot of these people are using TRT. Like we used to say blasting and cruising.
Yeah.
And now TRT is like the new phrase to use with it all. And it's like, guys, no. TRT stands for testosterone replacement therapy.
There needs to be no testosterone to replace it with.
That's what has to occur.
Oh, so you're saying instead of cruising, they're saying I'm on TRT.
Yeah.
I just think it's a way for people to say take steroids without saying they're taking steroids.
Or to justify it. Like, that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
got it done and I, had this. And it's like, guys, it's okay to say this. It's just the mainstream side of things is these kids, these influencers are in their early 20s and a lot of their followers are 16 years old.
Right.
And it's like we're talking about people that they're not stupid. They're just young. They're uneducated.
Right. That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like as they progress, like think of how many things we did when we were younger. We're like, man, that was a little iffy. And it's like they're just going at it at this age where, I mean, dude, these kids.
Hold on a minute, Seth. It's kind of like that's kind of bullshit. Like, okay, I did a lot of dumb things. 100% agree. But this is one thing I didn't do. When I was doing steroids, I was like, I'm doing steroids, and I was willing to.
But what I'm saying is the influencers are influenced by their followers. The influencers aren't only influencing their followers. The followers are also influencing the influencers by like they don't want to completely say I'm taking steroids, so I'm going to say the safe word and say TRT. You know what I mean? They're
this
going
is really. Then we're in a really bad spot.
Yes, we are, because we're talking about very undeveloped minds that are into lifting weights and excited, but now everybody's just trying to work around it rather than just address it face forward and say, yes, I take steroids. This is my life. I'm going to do with it what I want. This is my choice to do what I'm doing. And they want to please their influencer, to please the followers, so they don't come in waves and just attack them and overtake their entire following because they're making a fuckload of money and they don't want that fuckload of money to disappear.
Can I actually touch on that for 1 second? Just because
Sure, yeah.
I've learned something new in the course of the last 3 weeks. There was a period of time, and I'm sure Ian can probably attest to this, Mike can probably attest to this. I've had conversations with each of them where social media backlash was a scary concept to me. You got to say the right thing. You got to do the right thing, or else they're going to, right? And I'm just talking along the lines of what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
There's something I fucking learned in the last 3 weeks. It's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all fucking bullshit. The people that like you, it's like I look at Donald Trump and Kamala Harris kind of thing, and I see the same thing. It's almost like Donald Trump is Donald Trump. You get what you get. He's going to say whatever he's going to say, even if like half the country's like, you're a fucking psychopath. And I'm not saying it's okay to be retarded, but what I am saying is like, I'm relating this back to what you were saying in a sense that if you are one of these influencers, if you have a lot of influence and like you said, you're scared of backlash or people bombarding your comment sections or whatever, it's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
the
real world.
The people who like you are gonna fucking like you regardless. They're not gonna go, oh, he said steroids instead of TRT, and they're all gonna leave. No, maybe some will leave, maybe some will talk shit, but you're gonna gain more people out of respect for being a real person.
But you got to remember, we are all grown men.
I know that, Seth. I know that. And I just said to you, there was a number of years. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm 46 years old. Social media has been a burr in my ass for 10 fucking years. I just learned that everybody can fuck off. This is who I am.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. This is who I am.
Yeah. And that's why you've had the success you've had, especially like you've always had the podcast like this, that we've all been ourselves in these regards. And like, that's why, like, I look around and like, you were like, man, we might be in a bad spot and I think like, that's one of the things that I'd love to see change is like, guys, it's okay. Like, be yourself.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Talk about it. Be
right.
No one's perfect. And when you're young, these young kids, like they hear, like I'm talking about like the young 15, 16, 17, 18, even early 20s. they think like if you do one thing wrong, like all of a sudden, like you're not perfect, and they're perfect because they haven't made any big mistakes, because they haven't even been faced with adversity or faced with anything difficult yet. And it's like they may have, but to an extent where like,
listen, I'm gonna give you a couple examples.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize this until after my own kind of awakening, for whatever the fucking lack of a better word.
Yeah.
There are people in our lives that everybody knows that are extremely popular, more so than all of their counterparts. And the one thing they have that their counterparts don't have is authenticity. I'll give you a couple examples. Look at Dana White.
Yeah.
Why is Dana White so fucking popular? It's not just because he is the owner of the UFC. It's because he goes on podcast after podcast after podcast and says things that aren't necessarily popular, but it's the real him. I'll bring it back to our scale. Look at Sam Sulek. Why the fuck is Sam Sulek so popular? It's because the motherfucker's eating cereal and drinking a gallon of milk and then going to squat 4 plates. And he's showing you what's real. Even though he's got hundreds of people going, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking retard. Dozens and dozens of videos going, you're a fucking moron. He's like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And instead of everybody leaving him, what people should take from watching someone like Sam is, hey, you might get some backlash, but the more real you are, the more fucking people are going to gravitate towards you.
Sure.
So it's like, I'm kind of relating to what you're saying is I wish a lot of these young influencers, they want to be like Sam, but they're not willing to do what Sam's doing. And I hear them say it. I want to be like, listen, I get guys message me all the time. They're like, I'm 19. I'm like Sam. I got a good physique. Will you sponsor me? And I'm like, you're not like Sam. Sam is putting himself fucking self out there and showing the good and the bad. And that's why he's popular. It's not because he's got the best physique in the world. It's because he's a real fucking person.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Nope.
Okay, we're over. Okay, we're over. Let's do one or two more and we'll go. We already covered. Why do you think the majority of bodybuilding world would vote for Trump? Well, we don't really have an answer for that.
Polls right now, Trump's fucking running away with it.
Yeah.
Is he? We have to check the numbers.
Yeah. The betting market, he's like 88% to win now.
Really?
Yeah, 88-12 is the poly market, like for betting.
I trust the betting markets more than I trust.
Well, it was 66 to 33, like less than 2 hours ago. So yeah,
jeez, he's up by 5 million votes.
Yeah.
And not that I know the popular vote doesn't matter, but I'm just like,
well, California obviously will be a big one because they're like 54 electoral things, and that's usually the new state. But I mean, even if she wins all of that, all 54, I mean, it's still he's fucking run away with it.
Ohio, he's crushing in Ohio, eh? Pennsylvania is pretty close.
What's Michigan at?
That's what I was just going to check. Kamala's up. That's surprising, actually.
We have 22,000
reporting.
Yeah. How much reporting?
20%.
Oh, 20% reporting.
20%.
What are the other like important
Oregon,
states?
Or we'll go over to Oregon and Washington.
Results
they don't
not
even
expected.
click there. How many would in there?
Yeah, Washington's not there yet either. Okay,
they don't go there.
Yeah, they'll start coming in at like 11 for those West Coast.
Are we doing a live watch party for the election? We'll stay on.
Yeah, when they announce it, we'll all get live together.
We'll stay on for 4. Actually, I want to ask you guys. I want to do. Well, you're going to be in Prague already, Seth. If you want to come on, I want to do a live watch party for the Prague show.
Yeah,
that's what it's the 16th, 17th.
I'll zoom in live and film it.
Yeah, okay. Mike, if you want, I know you're not a big like bodybuilding analyst fan, but if you want, we're gonna.
Yes, I am. God damn. You know how many bets I've won this year? You don't think I know my shit? Fucking beat all you at the Olympia.
Until you rigged the fucking vote against me.
I just happen to win the entire season. It's not.
Come on.
If you don't win the final game, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How many?
It's game 7.
You won the regular season, Ian. That doesn't mean anything. How did you?
Yeah, I'll come on for the watch party if you're asking.
Okay.
What time does it start?
It starts at 9 a.m. and it goes till 9 p.m. We're going to be on for the full 12 hours.
Get the fuck out of here.
Pack a lunch.
When does it really start?
Pack a lunch.
Whoever's going to jerk off in his living room in the middle.
Yeah. Still going to take a pause break, go to my couch.
Why is the camera moving up and down so hard?
Does Fouad believe bestiality should be legal? Yes. Yes.
Clearly, yeah.
What's wrong with you fucking people? It's not that big a deal.
Pretty big deal.
What is the go-to snack that will never get old? Pizza. Is pizza a snack? You consider pizza a snack?
Doritos.
Why are you laughing, Seth?
Doritos.
Doritos.
Love
100%.
OG
Favorite
fucking
Cool
nacho
Ranch.
cheese.
No, Cool
Okay.
Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch too. I'll give you that. Cool Ranch is amazing.
I got to tell you, the
What's the problem with
Doritos,
that?
the Doritos dill pickle are fucking awesome.
Those are good too.
I haven't had those.
Oh, they're good.
I really
dude.
like the crispy mini chip ones.
I like those too.
Like
The rice-
cheddar,
you mean the rice-
cheddar?
The rice
Farmhouse
cake
cheddar?
ones?
Yeah, but they're like a triangle chip, not the
Oh no,
circle.
I haven't had that.
The circle ones aren't as crunchy. I don't like them as much.
I used to buy the circle ones, the little mini rice cake things.
Yeah.
I would buy like when I was bodybuilding, I'd buy like 10 bags. I'd be like, okay, this is going to be like the carb portion of my meal. And I would go home from the grocery store and I'd eat all fucking 10 bags in one night.
They're so easy to eat. The chip ones are better. The tortilla ones are better because they're crunchier. Those ones are a little fluffier, but
All right. I can't find a good question here. Fuad, if Paul
peanut
identified
M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms.
Fuad, if Paul identified as a dog, would you shower with him? Yes. What the fuck? This is so crazy. Okay. Seth, you want to leave us? I can't find a good one. Which one is gayer? Going for feminine looking gay guys or going for masculine looking gay guys?
It's still guys.
That's a
either
good
way.
question. No, that's a good
Wait.
question.
I don't know.
That's a good question. I think going
Fair.
for masculine looking gay guys is gayer.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, like a hairy bear dude.
Like if you, I can't even
Yeah, I
talk
guess
about.
it has to be.
I can't
gayer.
even
Because,
talk about
you're
this.
you're liking masculine traits more. You know,
I can't even talk about this because I'm already now the bestiality guy on the show. So if I talk about this, I'm also going to be the gay bestiality guy. So I'm just
Yeah,
going
you
to
will be.
I'm always going to
You'll
be the resident gay. Don't worry, Fud.
That's true. I was going to say, forget it.
No, don't do that.
Okay, last one. Fuck, marry, kill. I think we've done this before. Kamala Harris, Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama.
We did that.
Did we?
Yeah.
Who are you going to fuck, marry, kill, Mike? I'm going to go ahead. You go ahead. Oh, I can't do that either. That's horrible. It's not really a good option.
I'm going to fuck
Dude, this
Kamala.
one sucks.
I'm going to fuck Kamala, marry Michelle, kill Hillary.
That's
Those
because you're
are
gay.
dudes.
That's because you're gay.
I
Shows a
like
dude.
that.
She's a dude.
So,
I like ethnic chicks, you know?
you like dudes. That's what you like. You like dudes. Rank the weirdest things Fouad does: eating apple cores, likes getting caught, naked dog washing, brushing teeth in the shower, or obsessions with toilet plume.
bro, you are fucking racking them up.
I got some weird quirks. I think it's because I'm the only honest one on the fucking show. You guys all hide your shit.
No.
Especially you, Seth. You're the most moderated.
I don't know what I do that's
Like
weird.
Ian at least professes his gayness. You don't even.
I shit in the shower all the time.
Do you really?
Almost daily at this point. It's almost like become a fetish for me.
I actually believe him 100%. I can totally see Ian like taking a dump, getting in the shower, not being done, and finishing in the shower because he doesn't want to get back out.
I just see him dropping a huge log, just full
No,
log.
no. I never drop huge logs in the shower.
No, I listen.
Right,
When
too far.
Ian, when you shit in the shower, is it like there was some left over?
What the fuck?
No, I'm just like I'm
Is
like
it some
taking a shower,
left over
like,
that you didn't
clean
get
my
done?
ass. I'm cleaning my ass. I'll give like a little push and just like, and then I wash it down. I'm kidding. I swear. Next question. You should try it. It's very liberating.
Yeah.
I just want to read this. I don't know what this question is. I just want to read it. Jay had a terrific podcast with Hani after the Olympia. At one point, they were talking about peaking for a show and how Hadi's body may have been too tired to peak properly. Hani mentioned something like the big guys, referring to Andrew and Samson, not peaking in their shows suggesting that these guys are not doing the conventional peaking Provis. Cooped, you explain what it could you explain what it meant, what it could have meant?
How can we speculate to what Hani meant? I don't know what the fuck he meant.
What does he mean? Well, I'm kind of curious too. What does he mean by they're not peaking in their shows? Because
they're just like coasting onto the stage and not doing a peak. I don't know.
Like they're not depleting and loading carbs and all that. Like I think he's actually, if that's what he meant, that's not necessarily totally off. Because I know Samson
for France
and Mel don't carb load very, very heavy based on his previous, they know from previous shows that every time he carb loads really heavy, he gets watery.
Yeah.
So I think they do. I guess Hani is, if that's what he meant, he's kind of right.
It's like, what is a peak? Because like, are you saying that you have to do like, for it to be a peak, you need to do like water loading, depletion, fucking like all this diuretics. Like a peak is just getting you on stage the best you can look. Whatever you do in that to me is irrelevant.
No, but I think I agree with you what you're saying, Ian, but I think people in general, when they say they're peaking, they're saying they are manipulating something in their diet, whether it be the carbs, water, salt.
Yeah, but maybe
to achieve the best,
and then renders the best look.
Yeah, but is that a peak? But I think if I had to guess what Hani's saying, I think that's what he means. Is they're not doing a traditional peaking protocol. They're just.
I would probably agree. I would probably agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a big fucking chungus there, right?
What? Oh. Okay, last question. If you got to see 3 of your lifetime stats on your deathbed, what ones are you picking? Total wanks is mandatory. I'm actually curious what that would be.
That's a good one.
That's 65, if 70, if I live to that age.
Total wanks. I'd like to see total animals slaughtered.
Wait a second. I can figure it out right now.
Like how many total animals I've killed in my life.
We'll just do the math right now. Okay, I've been alive for 46 years.
You've been jerking off since you were what, like 13?
365 days a year.
Well, no, you haven't been jerking off for all the years you've been alive.
Yeah, but I
say 33.
But hold on, I've been jerking off since I was 9.
9?
Yeah, I think I jerked off the very first time I was 9.
It was probably like 11 or 12.
Oh, you started
9, dude?
Oh, wait, I was probably younger than that. You're probably right. I was probably in like grade 6.
Are you fucking for real? 9?
Mike.
Grade 6 or 7. So yeah, you'd be like 10, 11, 10. Yeah.
Okay, so
yanking on your weenus.
He's 1 year after me. It's all.
So say 35 years. Let's say 35.
Hold on a minute. Just hold on a minute. I started at 9, but there was a whole bunch of years where I doubled and tripled each day.
Yeah, okay, so try and do the average here. Let's go over 35 years and average 17,000 wanks.
17,000 wanks. That's
crazy.
What are you laughing at, Mike? You're the same.
I just wondering. I don't think I was 9 when that happened. That's fucking crazy, man.
But you guys are the same. You guys are exactly like me. You probably wank every day, and if not every day, there are days where you double up, so it all averages out to one.
No. But there was days when I was young.
What do you mean?
Stop trying to push your weird wanking onto me. I don't do that.
But there was definitely days when I was younger, when I was like 13.
I'm not part of your club, dude.
When I was like a young teenager, I was wanking like 5-6 times in a day.
See, there you go. So it all
when I was like 14, for sure. When you're just remembering that, you're wanking off every second you have.
Just beating on that thing.
I think when I was
shooting blanks by the end. There's nothing coming out.
Blood coming out of my dick. Yeah.
No, I tell you. Yeah, I'm not going to go any further. This is going to get only worse. It's only going to get worse.
So just yell stop.
We just talked about authenticity and Sam Soon like your Fouad. Let it out.
Well, yeah. I've let out enough. I can hold off. Seth, you're not saying anything. Are you kind of in the same ballpark, or are you like Mike? You just don't touch your weenus.
No, I think I'm probably in the same ballpark. When you're young, dude, that's where like my baby powder fetish came from because of all the
baby powder.
The chafing, because you're just beating the hell out of that fucking thing. I need something to calm it down.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You jerked it so hard you're leaving marks on it and shit.
Oh yeah, dude, beat me.
I've been there too. I can't say I haven't, but I never tried baby powder. That's a good solution. I could use it. Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Awesome.
I love baby powder.
It smells great.
But that just gives you a smooth stroke, but you get no friction.
Well, no, it wasn't for that. It was the chafing, and then as I got bigger, like
so
legs, Like
Okay,
I just throw some
wait a
powder
minute,
on it
wait
in
a
the
minute.
morning and you're
So
fresh.
your dick is fucked up.
Mhm.
So you put baby powder on it, and then you don't touch it.
Yeah, just because it was like because it's all beat up, it's red, and
After you've done the 6 times in a day, then you baby powder it up. Good? Yeah.
After the half a dozen wanks.
But what do you think the most
Half a dozen wanks before noon.
the most wanks you've done in a day is, if you had to guess?
6.
6? Yeah, I'm probably 6.
He's like that was yesterday.
You definitely can't do that at this age.
No, fuck no. I'm like,
I think the most I've done at this age is probably 2 or 3.
I'm not going to say, but
Like 25 plus.
6 is my max.
25 plus. 25 plus.
I'd like to see if I could beat 6 just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, do it tomorrow. Tell us.
Yeah, go live every time when you do it.
Do you think you could? What's your
Okay,
max?
guys, I'm going for number 5. Here it's going.
What's your max? What's your max in a day?
Jizz in a cup and then weigh it with each time and see the regression in load as it goes throughout the day.
Oh my god, it's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be air. It's gonna be air.
Like, it'll be like 4 mils to like 3 mils to like 1
Dust.
to like 0.25. Yeah.
All right. What's your max in a day?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Probably somewhere between 6 and 8.
8.
Fucking
Holy
God,
shit!
dude.
When I was
What
young,
are you doing?
It's ripped the skin off your dick.
6 to 8.
Seth, what's your max?
I don't know, probably like when we were young. Yeah.
Like
I don't
3
know,
or 4 is
6
normal.
6 is a lot, dude.
Yeah.
What'd you say? 3 or 4?
Yeah, like that's normal.
That's like
When you're
average.
younger.
Yeah, I'd say 3 to 4 is normal.
That's taking a day off. Fucking
Yeah,
lazy
that's
ass.
like I was busy that day.
I was-
Yeah, I had a lot of homework that day.
Mike, are you just being like cool? You're like not.
No,
you're
I'm
like,
being honest. I would tell you if I was wanking it all the time. I just never like I could never see that. I never think back to me doing it more than like 3 or 4 times.
Not a big
Well,
wank.
it's not that different. It's 4 or 6. It's like 2 different. It's not that. You're not that fucking mature. You're not that mature. You're not that mature.
Oh
Mike.
yeah.
I would.
Don't try to normalize your 6, dude.
Fucking Ian's at 8. Ian's did 8. What the fuck? He's a,
Oh, wait. I said 6 to 8.
yeah, but that's because you don't want to fully admit.
It.
You don't want to fully admit the 8. So you're like 6.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I'd like to see in the comments though people who are going to be honest.
you're going back to back a couple times there.
Yeah, I've done back to back for sure.
Yeah.
I've done 2 at once.
Like, come on, wake up. We're going again. Get going.
I'm just joking.
Don't go down.
2 at once.
Okay.
Wait, like you finish and just keep going, finish again?
Yeah.
Okay, I've done that.
Is it like a test to see if you can, or is this you're still into it? Like you're trying
What do
to
you
pushing
mean?
yourself. It's like you're kind of pushing yourself to see if you still
But
got
I've
it.
done that as an adult,
No.
like in Cialis fueled rage, you know?
Dude, when you're listen, I didn't fuck till I was 17.
Really?
Yeah. I was
Jerking
early.
off at 9? There was fucking 8
You're-
years. 9
8 years
There's a
of
lot of
jerking it?
there's 8 years of jerking it, man. That's a
8
long
years
time.
I started
dreaming.
jerking at like 11, but I was fucking at like 14, you know? Even 13. I only had like a 3-year hiatus there, like, you know?
Seth, what did you fuck the first time?
I think 17. 16, 17.
So you're fucking
Yes,
hammering away at yourself too.
Yeah, I wasn't 9. I think I was probably like,
I wanted to ride my bike more than I wanted to wank it when I was 9.
Listen, I'm a little perverted, all right? Let's just fucking 9's not that bad. Well,
It's pretty bad, bro.
I think you should I think you'll put a poll up for that one. You'll be shocked.
That's like great. That's like grade 5.
yeah, well, I matured early. I matured young. What do you want from me?
Fucking Arabs. God damn.
I had a mustache at fucking 12. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
All right, Seth, lead us off with a prayer because Paul's not here. We need a good one after today.
oh man.
Yeah, we've
What
sinned on this
transition
podcast.
here.
Yeah. We got to pray the fucking sins away here.
Yeah. All right, everybody bow your heads.
All right.
Lord, we thank you for another beautiful night of Bro Chat with all of us being able to get together. Please continue to bring us good health, good fun, good fortune. Please bless each one of us in our endeavors in life. Ian and Melissa with their trying for the babies, Fouad with his business, Mike with his business. And again, please grant us good fortune. And also all of our followers and listeners, please make sure that they go into the holiday season wonderful with their families, excited, and continue to bring us together to do good, fun things.
Okay.
In your name, Lord Jesus Christ, amen.
Thank you, Seth.
You gotta ruin it right now, Fouad, with something.
No.
We call him Paul.
Paul, can you say a prayer for us?
You guys are on the podcast right now?
Yeah, say a prayer for us.
Well, I just blasted my back, so I got a great pump right now. Thanks for that.
Amen. Amen.
Kicked in well tonight. Great back workout. Feeling pretty huge right now. Gonna go home and eat some food, probably some cookies, and smoke a joint and call it a night.
Amen.
Fucking men, Paul.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
All right, guys. Talk to you next week.
See you guys.